bag lives. The Joker bag has been washed. I recommend a hand wash. Maybe a brush, toothbrush, something. But worked out pretty well for me. Gotta tell you. Let's see if I can't fix that problem right there. Hold on a second. Boom. Find yourself to be a survivaler. You're such a survivaler. Hey James, how you doing? Schrodinger.
Hello, James Schrodinger. How are you doing? It is time for you to embrace the dark side of the Force.
How am I gonna do this crap? Woefully unprepared as usual. Oh man, my back's killing me, y'all. My back is literally gonna kill me. It's gonna shoot me in the back. How you doing, man? I hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Everyone deserves a nice weekend. Welcome to the weekend. So yeah, Sidious.
Yes, of course. It's actually very easy. All you have to do is speak with your teeth and then like push your lips out. Yes, like you were a frog or something. Hello. Do it.
What?
Do it.
It's like it's a bit of a weird moment in that movie. Yeah, you're doing good. Nice. Sweet. Ow. Hey. That did not work. Let's see if we can't swap this over here. Yeah, remember that? From last night? Right? Oh yeah, and that's tomorrow's video. That's not a wrench roll, folks. That's a different kind of roll. And I cannot show you that because you have to tune in tomorrow. Even if I told you you'd do that, but you have to tune in tomorrow. Gotta get something here. Hold on. Where is my beers? Where is the beers? Let me start light today. I do have that Shiner box. I have one more of those. But yeah, here, check this out. My client, he had ankle surgery at some point, so he hooked it up on this little dinghy. Yeah, it takes all the pressure off my leg. Man, it's so cool. My leg's already feeling better. I don't know how to explain that. But, yeah. Got this little cart thing now, and I feel much better. Like I said, it takes a lot of that pressure off of my leg. Doesn't help, I've got a giant mess around here. I've got a giant mess up in this place. We've got to get out of this place. Better not sing that on stream, man. I'll get friggin' copyright claimed. For real, that's a thing that happens with that song. Bump cap. Bump cap. Opening the beer. Have no fear. I also have a cart here. It's a little cart thing. Scooty boy. A Scooty Puff Jr., no puff. my client gave it to me. Shout out Patrick. Cheers! Yes! That is what I'm talking about. First sip of the entire day, y'all. For 2 days, even. Yeah, I don't think I'll be knife playing too much tonight, but that's okay. I'm telling you, that's gonna come back. It just, it really surprised the crap out of me. It wasn't like a knife through the hand that made me like chill out on that for a minute. But like I told you, I have a cavalier attitude about everything, so I'll come back with it. I just got to take like a week off and recoup and be able to stand again, which would be very nice for that to happen for me. But if you can see right there, yeah, right there. What was I doing today? What do I do? You do drywall? Yeah, I've done drywall. You do countertops? Yeah, I do countertops. The thing about countertops, you really got to be good at that. I remember I burned this cut right here real hard, and it chipped the crap out of it. But this is one of the scrap pieces. I actually had to cut the other piece out of it a little bit too. Yeah, I like light contracting, handyman stuff. I do a lot of stuff, man. I've done a lot of stuff. How about that? I'm going to try and stop doing as much of it and have other people do it now. Sam, if you're out there, I hope you're doing good, dude. I didn't mean to, like, screw up Sam's friggin' day by telling him I needed to have the talk with him. Jesus. I feel friggin' horrible about that. But that's alright. You know what? Life is full of regrets. You have some, you regret some. Reality is not many regrets on that kid. He's got a friggin' good head on his shoulders. So, and hopefully at some point it'll be by tomorrow, and we'll all get paid. And he's gonna blow another one. Me. Yeah, I've owned my own business for about a decade. The thing I gotta explain though is like it's not just fixing stuff and like professional work. It's also like when I sell my art, that's income. Because I sell them few and far between anymore. They tend to be more expensive pieces, larger pieces. So anyway, you know. I mean, it looks like there's only you and me in here, 2 people. You know, I mean, if not, it'd be cool if people would chat maybe a little bit, but say what's up, James trolling her. He's not a troll; he's just trolling her. He's adjacent to the troll family. He will give you a hard time though if you let him. He will give you a hard time if you let him. Don't think I didn't notice the first time you came in here, James. I do like you though. Don't play like that. I'm of the same type. It's okay. I'd happily troll someone if it meant they learned a lesson. Reality. Yeah. Yeah. There's the. I picked that up. That's for Tools with Big Josh. I got his address. I'm gonna send this out to him probably about Wednesday. I think it's the first day I get a chance to. It's got the robot parts in it. It's got the little clicky bit that goes click. And then, yeah. That folds up inside, but I don't want to do that right now because I'd have to pick it out. But, yeah, he found it. He said he saw it online for $30. At my store, my local Lowe's, they were selling them out at 20. If there's another one up there for 20 next time I see it, I'm gonna buy it. Mostly because I like the saw already. I used it on a chair leg the other day, and man, it's a pretty decent friggin' saw. Very sharp, very sharp. I did not cut myself, but it was a very quick cut. But I didn't use his. His is not. I'm gonna send it to him unused. Mine is actually still over at the kitchen table. Should make your own lightsaber out of scraps. Would be cool. You mean like this? Right? Is that what you're talking about? Should I do that? Or should I do it again, you mean? Should I do it for the fourth time or fifth time? I think because I have a bunch of them somewhere. One of them I think is missing, lost to history. I do have a photo of it. But yeah, that's a spring from a washer, countersink spring. There's speaker connectors and a bunch of other things. Yeah, dude, I'll get to it, dude. Don't worry. Like you see, I know you want people to subscribe, but I am limited right now by my resources, which I'll be real with you. I actually have a lot more resources than I let on, but the problem is that when I say resources, I mean money, okay? Because money will buy me a used tripod that I can make like 5 or 10 out of. You see what I'm saying? But I need to buy the right used tripod. It's got to be like a 1970s, 1980s, or 1990s one. You know what I'm saying? Just because like I don't use like milled aluminum parts unless they're milled for the friggin' tripod. I used a Bogen. But the tripod is a perfect thing because it's all tubular for the most part. And when you want to make a lightsaber, most of them are tubular, aren't they? I remember I did one which broke, and it's because it was made of plastic. But the blade went all the way through. The blade went all the way through the handle, and it was like triangular. So cheers. Ah, crap. Yeah, I'll do it at some point. The reality is I need to go through the fact that I've done that on the channel in the first place, aside from the live stream. The footage is long gone. People never posted it or whatever. People's passion projects, they felt like they were too stupid looking in. And I was like, nah, you look fine. I don't know what your problem is, dude. You're doing the same thing freaking these guys get paid millions of dollars to do. You're just doing it for free because you have a passion, right? I mean, go look at my student films. My student films are literally like out of nowhere, just insane stuff, okay? And that's because the teacher asked us to do insane stuff, you know? What am I going to do when I have an insane teacher? LCP was, shout out LCP, that guy's the fucking man. He would give us the craziest assignments. So, yes, give it a yes. See if I can get some people. Hey, check out this knife I bought. I've been carrying it in my pocket. I like it very much. It's a Coast knife. It's the DX357. It's got that cool hook back for cutting things, rope and stuff. It's got a great handle. I like the fact that it has the lock back and it's an affirming lock back. Nice click. Hey, dude, you have to go to tomorrow and it's late. So good night. Hey, dude. There might be. I don't know. I might need the night off. I don't know, but I'll catch up with you, man. You're good. Just go live your life, dude. I'd rather you be living your life than watching me try to live mine on camera. Yeah, the DX357 Coast folding lockback knife. It is one of my personal favorites. I've been carrying it in my pocket now, I think, for a week, and I think the reason why it's one of my personal favorites is because of the grip on it. It's a very utilitarian knife. I have to admit, the one thing that would make it cooler is if it was a spring load or something like that with a lock back. For the spring load, if this could lock back one more on a spring loaded version. I don't know if anyone knows, Coast makes knives, they make hunting gear, camping gear, they make all kinds of crap. Flashlights mostly, actually. I've seen a lot of dudes carrying Coast flashlights. But yeah. Oh, actually, I want to try this. Hold on, let me try this. Let me see if people can recognize the knife at the back there. Can you see it there? How does that look? It's kind of got a bit of a standing position now. Yes. Bump cap. Dude, don't buy a helmet for your regular life adventures, fixing problems for people. Just buy a bump cap. It's got an insert, or buy just the insert and put it in your favorite cap. I'm 6'6", and I hit my head all the time, and now I don't. Well, I do all the time, but I don't care because I never get hurt anymore. It's a wonderful thing to have. It's a bum cap. Like I said, I keep hitting my head. I've always been hitting my head. You know, and you can buy an insert, put it in your favorite hat. If you want like a flex fit, this is a Milwaukee one. The original hat it came in was more of a trucker hat style, which is, I think it's inside, man. I'm not gonna go inside. Not with the bum leg. Anyway, yeah. Right now, Lowe's is clearancing those. Oh no, the Coast. Space Coast, coast to coast. Ah, crap. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. You forgot your name? Like the wire clips on the Milwaukee Fastbacks. Wish the simple clip was on more knives. You like the wire ones, huh? You do? I mean, I'm not a big fan of wire ones, but at the same time, I can appreciate someone else's opinion on it. So, what exactly? You like the kind of light, or that they're kind of quiet on the pocket? You know what I'm saying? I mean, sorry I forgot my name. I forgot your name already, but my name's Eddie, spelled E-D-I-E. So if anyone's ever confused and they see that, that's me. Never catches a fingernail. Okay. Good point. Yeah, no, I can see that. I still, I see that's the thing. Is like recently I've been wearing like shorts, or like soft shorts. I try not to carry like stuff in soft shorts, but I do carry two right on the front of my friggin' waistline. And those are $7, $8 knives from, you know, no emotional attachment really to them. They're purely utilitarian in many ways. I've used this to do stupid things, like this one to do drywalling. Yeah, I always have about 5 or 6. I mean, dude, I don't know, man. I've carried one. I've carried this one. This is actually one of my favorite knives right here. And this one has one of the best friggin' clips. It's so quiet, and like you can't even read on the pocket very well. And it's the banana, the DeWalt banana. That's what I call it. And what type of utility do you get from the Tanto blade? It's my preference, but I'm not sure why. Okay, so it's my preference too. So I do some woodworking, a lot of woodworking actually, surprisingly, and a lot of drywalling. Okay. Now, a pointed tip is like a very good utility blade. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna show you another knife too. I got one right here. It's by Outdoor Gear. I don't know if you ever heard of that company. Sorry, I'm on this weird crutch thing. I know it's in here. It's gotta be. No, I think it's out in the truck. But Outdoor Gear makes a swap system knife. The Razor SX3. There's another Razor SX4, and there's a couple of others. But that's the insert for it, and it comes in serrated, and it comes in utility. And the reason why I like it is because I like the utility blade because it has a point, much like a Tanto blade. Okay, so the Tanto blade has that point. So I actually, if you look at this, if you can kind of see in the light there, as that's glinting, you can see I've messed that up a lot more than I've done with any of this. But it's, I gotta say, dude, this is one of my favorite carries. It sits so low in your pocket. Like, do I have a piece of cardboard or something? I could probably do that. Cardboard. How does that represent a pocket very well? I don't know. But look how, that never happened in my pocket. Look how low that sits. So, extremely discreet. Am I wrong? Like, you know, in the pocket. You can't even see the top sticking out. And when I say that, these are the ones I carry. And the only reason I carry them like this is because I have that little tab to pull. But no, I like this little wire clip, 100%. No, I think this one's one of my favorites because it's small. And I got this knife too. This is a utility knife of the same kind of breadth and life. And it's one of these flip action ones. And I actually carry this a lot more, like regular job stuff. But right now I'm on a house and I'm just trying different tools out during the entire time. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm trying to build a little bit of a YouTube thing happening here. Like one of my favorite knives, the Camulus. That's what is that called? That's the G hammer, Camulus G hammer. One of my favorite Camulus is a gigantic friggin' thing. It's called the Swedge. I got it out in the truck. I really can't walk very well right now because I got a swollen ankle, but I could roll out there real quick if people would not leave. I just know that people will if I do. So, oh, that's nice, dude. The assist stud on the back. That right? Yeah. Like, I did a video and I did a little banana song. So I'm telling you, if you check out the videos. But I've never put any lubricant in it or anything. I've never done Pop Soul fish juice. Pop Soul fish juice works on everything, including your teeth. Don't brush your teeth with it. Cheers. Man, that is a delicious, delicious beer. It's the first one of the night, peeps. And I enjoy them all. Hopefully I'll get another couple in before I fall off of this scooter. Pardon me? Sorry. It's a little humid in my area, so yeah, my sinuses go crazy during this time of year. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's got that assist. This is my favorite thing though. If they had done this knife like this, Sean, crossbody mobile bag. Okay, yeah. So I have a go bag. I have a dope go bag. It's for my 1911, which I do not show on stream, y'all. I'm not gonna show you off my freaking my personal defense item. I think knives are just fun, y'all. Knives are one of the most fun things in the entire world. I grew up. Every kid had a dang knife in their dang pocket. Yeah. It's from Smith & Wesson, but that's my little drop bag. It's over the sling, and usually I carry something right here or right here, like a pull out from the bottom. Trying to think. Do I have one that I run in here? Because I know I don't do a folding knife on this. I do like a fixed blade. Yeah, I don't know. I could show you one in package because it's in the stuff. That's in the stuff for that's gonna be a giveaway when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna give away 100 knives to 100 people. Legally, you know, if it's possible. I'm already doing the research and everything to do it, and I'm gonna do it all myself. So if you guys do that, just remember, I'm the one who has to put myself through the pain of doing that. Hey, Rogers Woodworks and Mischief. Is that a tough built saw laying there? Yeah, that was. I'm sending that out to Tools with Big Josh. I don't know if you know that guy. But yeah, that's my go bag. It's got great pockets. It's got, you know, one of these. You've seen these in Walmart and stuff now. It's got those, like these slit pockets. It's got like a. Where is it? It's got like an inner spot for the plate. You know, double plate, Velcro. You have that Ozark Trails fixed blade on my bag right now? Yeah, hey, dude, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I buy the cheap ones and I buy the nicer ones. Like here, okay, the buck 19 or 119. Why would I want this? I don't know. What's your favorite scary movie? You know, it's like, come on. How can you not want that? Oh, and then here's the other good part of that is, so I frequent Walmarts. I know it sounds crazy, but if you go and you walk around in one, you will inevitably watch an entire movie. I know that sounds crazy, but you will. And sometimes I just don't buy anything. It's kind of funny. I just take pictures of things I might buy. And actually, I'm going to start posting those pictures and see what people are interested in. Because I think I already know what to pick when it's really weird. Hank Fleet, what did you miss? Nothing bad. My second time here, I'm definitely going to subscribe. I kind of like this stuff and how you do your live stream. Hey, no, seriously, like I don't think anyone really like shuts or so. Part of my problem is I scroll through this stuff, and there's just people just sitting there, right? And they got 300 people watching. I'm like, what the hell, right? It's like people come and chat, and I'm like, I don't get like, is this person tweaking or something? I mean, I'm sure I'm drinking some beers. Cheers. Man, even near the end, it's really good. It's been a couple days. I did cut my foot on a freaking caster. Yeah, it's completely interactive in many ways. I do talk about knives, so like when I want people to stop, I'm just like, what's your favorite scary movie? And, you know, I'm like, this summer, you know, like, Wes Craven is going to reinvent horror. You know, I'll just play it up a little bit. But the 119 and the 110 are the two knives they used. The 110's a little bit bigger. I am a knife junkie. That's not true. No. I am a junkie for many other things other than knives. The worst part is I'm just a junkie for being a junkie for things. Bump cap, Hank Fleet. You know I'm right. Hey, 629, how you doing, my friend? I see your little face there, dude. Thank you. But yes, Rogers Woodworks and Mischief. Yes, that is 100% a tough-built folding pole saw. And I don't know, I did a video on it. It's got robot parts. See the robot parts? Look at a robot. 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 Yeah, come on. Yeah, see, Hank Fleet loves his friggin' bump cap. How many times have you hit your head? 1 million now? And do you care anymore? No, you don't. One day you're gonna hit your head too hard though, and it's gonna crack the bump cap, and you have to buy another one. Yeah, I bought this for 20 bucks. I bought two of them actually. This one is going to Tools of Big Josh. I don't know if you check him out. He's a bit of a pragmatist, and he's also from an area in the world that is similar to where I came up at. So trust me when I tell you, he's got the words that say things in a certain way. He's not a bad guy either. He literally was not. He did not want me to send him this. He's like, nah, don't do that, man. Now, dude, I went and bought it. And I'm like, no, dude, email me. Here's the freaking thing. I showed him on stream or whatever I thought I did, or I said it to him. Nah, he kind of inspired some of the stuff I do around here. Not knife stuff, dude. Knife stuff is, actually, I think, Half Dead EDC was a guy. He had like 3 or 4 subs or something. And I was like, dude, this guy's awesome. I'm just going to keep watching this, put him in my feed instead of like, you know, people screaming at each other. I have hit my head so hard on forks on a loader. It fell off and I fell over. Hey, you know, I mean, it's dude. You have a few. Okay, you have a few tough belts. Utility knife. I like the utility knife. Their little one. What are you talking about? Oh, sorry. I thought you said there. No, you did say there. Sorry, not THEIR. Sorry, my bad. Dude, I have a really bad brain for that. It's hard sometimes to read because I have dyslexia. So it's actually easier when it's like this with like something behind it like that. Dude, you can get it on clearance online for 30 bucks. I think they were 40 originally or 45 originally. But go check your local Lowe's. If you have a local Lowe's, or if you have to like drive like I don't know 100 miles to get to there, you know, go check it out. Yeah, see, 2 people dropped out. They're gonna go buy it right now. So just if I see 6 in the chat, I understand, dude. If Rogers, I understand if you go buy it. Cheers. Yeah, I really can't drink too many. So let me here, give me a chance. For God's sakes, this thing is amazing, but it's also insanely ridiculous. Your whole leg turned backward on it, you know? and then a compression sleeve on one side, and one compression sock I had to borrow from a close personal friend of mine. Hold on a second. Oh, yes, I'm wheeling around. I love it when this happens. Okay, so we have a giant falcon's nest over here in one of our tall pines, and I think it's a falcon. But yeah, man, they dropped a friggin' a happy little accident. Look, it's a fletching. It's a fletching type too. That's so cool. This is a very special type of feather right here. People are like, don't touch that, you're gonna get the avian flu. I think I already got it. Here, I make you feel a little bit better. Here's some alcohol. I could have used beer. I feel that confident. There you go. Oh no, it's already starting. No, usually they're good. You can usually tell if they're bad feathers, but no. There's another, like, falcon or something, peregrine, not a peregrine, but some other kind of friggin' falcon over there. And I'm like, it's setting up nest, and it's within 500 feet of a whole nother friggin' falcon nest, and they were fighting hard. I could hear it when I got home. It was like, dude, it was great. Like, exciting shit, y'all. I tried to get it recorded, but, you know, recording stuff is not easy, even with the phone and everything in your pocket all at once, you know? Yeah, I'll have it. Why not? Anyway, so, yeah, I do apologize for inconvenient moments such as this, but reality is sometimes you just got to go over there and get yourself to your last shiner box, right? Tool pouch, not bag. Yeah, I don't like I don't like bags. I prefer cases actually, but I have a case with 2 rolls. This is all of tomorrow's videos. This is 3 video, or no, it's 2 videos. It's a 15-second review, but the whole first impressions is coming out earlier, so when the 15-second review comes out, it'll link to the first impressions. And then I've got I got a music one in the works, and I've got something else that I was doing. Those are 2 bikes actually. I got them for free. One's a pink Schwinn with a low bar, and one is a Roadmaster. And what I was thinking was I was gonna maybe build out like a little tricycle or something. Trike, yeah. Put an electric motor on it, an e-bike, yeah. It's not an e-bike, it will be maybe. Happy idea. Tool pouch, not bag. For God's sakes, man, yes. Bags are. I do carry my Milwaukee junk in a bag, so I can't say I'm 100% there yet, but 690, yeah. Well, was Ace saying something? You like the level attachments, 4-foot levels, and that's a sick idea. So my favorite thing that's my favorite Camulus knife. That's called the Swedge. It's a it's a gigantic hunk of metal. I've talked about it several times on the channel, and when you want to clean it, you just wash it with soap and water. I made the mistake of giving it to Sam one day, and he basically destroyed it. But that's okay. I've been working on the sharps on it. It's a very complicated sharp. And then I also keep destroying it too. So, and that's great. Hey, what's up, Gary? What up, Gary? What up, Gary, my guy? How you doing, guy? It's great for drywalling. I know, because it's got this giant rasp on the back, so when you're trying to clean out a corner of your cut, and it didn't go clean, you can just take this and go, and it's done. And then I adjust a lot of doors, so a little chisel action there, and it's great. Doing well. Nice. Holy crap, dude. I'm doing, let's call it okay. Let's call it definitely on the lower end of okay. Not because like I feel bad or I'm talking to you or anything. I'm saying it's because like my leg is killing me, literally killing me. I think it's gonna fall off soon, people. It's gonna fall off. KCM890. You had a theory of an EDC, or you can have a pocket pouch for cargo pants or shorts. What would you keep in the cargo pouch bag? Okay, so for my daily life, I don't know. Shoot, man, a banana. What do I carry in my under house kit? Yeah, I'd probably carry one of these little Stanley Boy screwdriver, double-ended screwdrivers. That's the precision side, and that's the slightly bigger side. I don't call them precision though; they're not very. That's like a 0 and a 1. But that's like $8, I think, and that was worth $8 to me. Also, I tinker with electronics sometimes in the field, and that's a good thing to have because it has a plastic handle, and I can just kind of pull that metal out the back, and just kind of like put the cap back on and be like. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm telling you right now, sometimes you got to test the circuit. I'd probably put a nice friggin' flashlight in there. This one's a 500 lumen. It's actually an Ozark Trail. So go figure, right? I got that in the kit. Remember the kit from dude? It's the friggin' camping multi kit or whatever from Ozark Trail. Speaking of drywall, I know people. What? Hey, it works. Me talking. Definitely keep a multi-tool. So that's another thing. I'd probably keep my regular carry multi-tool, but I was going to talk about that in a second. But that drywall right there, dude, this has been great for drywall. And then pull and trim. This has been even better for pull and trim. Like I sharpen bars for trim pulling, and this has been one of the best things I've ever had for trim pulling. I don't know how to explain it to people, but it does the job. You use your regular pry bar, you find the stud first. You mark the stud, put it against the trim, put your regular pry bar in, and then you go, and then this whole thing just goes down and splits it out. Then you turn it up, and it cuts the caulk as you pull it back. You got to be careful. Maybe pull at an angle, and you got to kind of like, with this one, it's got a weird rubber handle, but there's a $35 kit, and then I'm sure you could just get a stamped one online with no handle, with like, whatchamacallit, paracord wrapped around it, you know? Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm trying to get after. This is one of the best things for trim I've ever friggin' used. Yeah. You put in a fork in the outlet. I felt the anger breeze. An O-Lite USB or Coast Mini. You gotta have a Coast Mini. Cool. That's cool. I mean, like if I had something smaller, I would certainly, but it's the brightness that I care about. And like I said, my last one was 480 lumen, and that's just a little bit brighter, so I carry that now. But yeah, I highly recommend that drywall work right there. This thing is an amazing thing too, and then also for when you need a pull trim. I know that like hey, you're gonna use a hatchet to pull the trim. Yeah, go find one on Amazon that's stamped without this with paracord wrapped around it. It'll do you better. Because the paracord won't mar up the wall like this one does for me. But I gotta tell you, I haven't bent it yet, but I think I might. So yeah, what was I gonna say though? Here's the thing. Oh, my favorite knife right now. See, where's what was that guy's name? Freaking Rogers Woodworks. One of my favorite knives right now is the Klein Tools Clementine, baby. That's the Clementine. You know why? Because they're outdoing fastback. The fastback doesn't go back fast. I think I have it right here. Out, fast, in slow. Yeah, it's an Ozark. It's an Ozark hatchet. It's an Ozark trail hatchet. But it's like a thin little stamped chunk of metal, and it's got a 5/8, a half inch, and a 3/8 stamped into the top. I paid $25 for that kit, and the flashlight came in there. There's a little like fishing knife in it, and it came with batteries. I put different batteries in that. But if you go search the channel, it's on the channel. You could actually start at the beginning. I don't know, no, the Clementine. Oh man, and then I don't know if you do electrical, and this is not really consequential because this doesn't really have any special features outside of the fact that it opens up quickly. But those are great for stripping wires. These are wire strippers that are actually useful. I've used them several times. So yeah, hey, I gotta drink some beer. Shiner Bock. Shout out to the people of Texas. God be with you, man, because I'm telling you, they got everything going on down there, man. For real. Biblical. It's like floods and schnips. Oh, thanks for those hearts. Holy crap. You know, I don't always see them. It's not easy to friggin' see them. And then, of course, that makes me angry, so I have a Hulk hand. Ah! It's rubber. It's rubber. It's rubber. Bump cap. Foam rubber, to be specific. You can see it's made of foam rubber. Oh, did I lose someone because of the Hulk hand? Ooh. Let me double down. Oh, I'm a Hulk hand and baller. Oh. Hey. I'm slip. I fall. I can't get no way. I'm the Hulk. Oh. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, dude. Okay, so I did a video. It says, have you ever heard the phrase, life sucks, get a helmet? Well, rest assured, people, I'm here to tell you, life doesn't suck that much. Get a bump cap. Just get a bump cap. You know, and then I list off like 3 things that, like, you know, when I'm in an attic, bump cap. When I'm in a crawl space, bump cap. When I'm in a dining room with no dining table, bump cap. Okay, because you're gonna hit that friggin' chandelier. Little tip on the 1505 Milwaukee. It was heat shrink 10 millimeter, and that ball bearing, it should never come out the driver. Casey, I don't have one yet. And of course you love Hulk hands, man. Who doesn't love Hulk hands? If you don't own your own pair of Hulk hands, you're not, dude, you're too old. I get it. You've gotten too old. You're too old for the world. Why don't you guys go to the friggin' retirement home? I'm the one on a Scooty Puff Jr., and you're sitting here asking me about old? No, you're not, actually. I'm just saying. You're actually not. I'm sorry, Casey. You know how I just roll off on tangents sometimes, dude. My bad. I didn't even mean to, like, just get, like, vitriolic or anything there. I didn't even think it was, really. I think it was just me trying to be funny and just explode. Hulk hands! Oh! Sorry. Did anyone see the video where it's like, it was this one? It was like someone in here was like, you know, use a flamethrower. I was like, I don't have a flamethrower. Oh, dude, I know, man. I did, Casey. And I hit it with the hammer, and it looks terrible. And I'm just like, no, leave it. It's great. I love it. It's cool. And then all I seem to have gotten is 16 Walmart and But no, I've seen a couple of bags online that actually have this on Amazon. Have this exact same multi-tool. They go for about 45 or 50 bucks. They come with like a cool bag. It's like a canvas bag, and then it's got like a bunch of survival gear and first aid kit stuff. I've seen it in a bunch of that, and I gotta say, it's not a bad little tool. I do like the fact that it's got just a regular blade, right? Like everyone expects, and then it's got like this complete weird surprise of a friggin' serrated thing. You know, and you're like, oh, that's a saw. It's like, no, that's a knife. You know why? Because there's the saw right there, right? That's the saw. Everyone knows what the saw looks like. You know? And then, of course, you know, the pure genius of, and this isn't even the oldest hammer multi-tool I have. I got the fill tool, and I just got to buy a nut for it and a bolt. And you guys will see that. You'll see it soon enough. But yeah, it's got a pair of pliers, big pliers in it. Not bad. I mean, come on, like out of all the hammer crap that I've ever looked at, this is probably one of the better ones, okay? Sure, it's OEM by Chinese guys. Sure, it's not by some reputable source. Look at that. Look at that feather. I was gifted a feather during a friggin' fight between two falcons. One looks pretty young. This is probably the young one. She's trying to set up her nest real close to another one. They're a bit territorial. Not like we've never been through this before. But yeah, for 20 bucks, if you're like buying something stupid like this on a lark, for 20 bucks, don't go to Target, obviously. And for the record, that's the only $20 Target's gotten from me in years, I think. Mostly because their prices online and in their app are different than their prices in the store, and that used to piss me off. So I used to go up to the store, put all the stuff in the app, pay for it, put it in the cart, and then roll it straight up to the friggin' guys over there. And then they're like, "Can we help you?" I was like, "Yeah, I just bought all this stuff, and you guys are slacking." What? I didn't say it like that. I wasn't mean. I wasn't mean like that. I'm nice to people in real life. Don't act like I did that. Although if I was being mean, I would have freaking said that. But no, after that day, I just was like, no, I'm not gonna shop there. And then like Walmart's like friggin' Candyland, okay? It's like Candyland. You go there, depending on which one you go to, you can see a range of items, okay? I have bought and purchased knives. I bought this knife. I think it's very impressive, $21, but I'm waiting for it to go on clearance so I can add one to the knife bin for 100 knives. I think I have 78 to go or something. But yeah, not a bad little knife. And if you want to try your game at handle modding or making your own handles out of wood, dude, this is a great platform for that. I'm not joking, right? Just pull these two friggin' Allen screws out, take your little slats of wood. I got some shit wood right here. Hold on. Got some shit wood right here. Yeah, this is just cheap pine, like made to look like barnwood. It's actually made to look like barnwood on two different sides, so you have a choice. But yeah, that's SYP, y'all, 100%. And it's really dry, so they kill the freaking crap out of it. But yeah, you take your little piece of wood and then you lay it on there. You lay that thing on there, and you get your design traced out, and then you start sanding, basically. You know, I remember having to replace a handle on a knife I had when I was like in my 20s, and that's how I did it. Except I drilled out the friggin' the rivets, and I put friggin' set bolts in it. You better believe it. Come on, the knife was still perfectly good. The handle was it was made out of like one of the new age composites, and it friggin' started just dying. Using Milwaukee 12-pound and overkill. Okay, sure, cool, yeah, let's do it. A test lead. Need a mini hammer. And you know the channel hammer is the oh, I got one right here. Hold on. I got Papa's right here. Hold on. Hey, I said hold on. Don't flip up. Yeah, that's the channel hammer. That's the 12-ounce Milwaukee. Now, why do you carry a 12-ounce? Because it's lighter, and it's got this anti-shock grip, and it hurts your arm less. It hurts your wrist less. It hurts your elbows less. 12 ounces. 16 is gonna kill you guys, man. Okay? Here's the story on why we use them here, okay? Pops bought a house in New York, okay? Yeah, it's a beautiful friggin' hammer, dude. Trust me, I'm telling you, we've been using them, okay? Pops bought a house. Yes. This is such an amazing hammer. Although I am gonna look at some alternatives, by the way. Don't hate me for that. You know, if there's something that reduces the stress on my arm, right, even more than this does, I'm gonna find it. But 12 ounces are kind of hard to come by. I know that sounds weird. This is actually the most popular 12-ounce hammer. It was before I started talking about it, so I can't take credit for that, but I'm definitely boosting the signal on it. So, but I've even looked at the 16. The 16's really nice. Yeah, I was about to say Tough Built has something very similar. Oh, speaking of Tough Built, I can show you the 3 things from Tough Built I use every single day. Holy crap. Today is what I was running today. This is crazy. So I got this like drop pouch. It's like a big, huge utility pouch, okay? And I swapped out all of that. By the way, that's my daily carry kind of unit. Today I was carrying this because I needed an actual 1.5-inch ruler. I needed an actual 1.5 inch. Yes, I'm still standing by. This stupid thing, these things are useless and stupid. Yes, you can use the measuring tool on it, but this was nice. It stood on the material, stood up on the material, on the edge, okay? So like I'm doing work and I'm like, putting my measure out, and I can get it to stand on the material. And then all I have to do is line that up, make sure it looks pretty flush, and then put out my mark, and I get it. The little heart friggin' boy. I'm telling you, I used it for the tiny ruler on it today. You know, I've always said I hate these little tiny rulers, but today I eat crow. This is something I used today. It was perfect. It was the perfect fucking tool for the moment. It laid perfectly on the material. Sorry, I could probably do that. Laid perfectly on the material. And it made the job so much simpler and easier. And I was cutting the Formica tops that you can barely see. But yeah, I carry a Tough Built hammer holster. Very hard to find this right now. Usually it has the Camelus swedge. Okay, I cut the belt hook off of it. I thought it was a bad belt hook, but I don't talk trash hard on free scabbards. But I stuffed that right there, so I got my drywall in and stuff, and then I shove. Man, it's kind of sacrilege putting Pops' friggin' thing in my loop, but whatever. Yeah, and I carry a hammer, and then so I use power tools. Right here's people are always surprised that I still use this. I still use that drill, y'all. That's a DC D771. This is friggin' 20 years old almost now. One of the first drills I bought, Mexican made. My first ones were American made with Global Materials. I have some. I'm tough testing these boys. They're not bad. I got to be real. They're surprisingly more capable than I thought. Oh yeah, I'm using a square bit on it right now. So me try to do anything with that, no. Like I said, I literally put out a video, okay, where, like, it's a music video. It's where have all the good men gone? It's holding out for a hero, right? And I shoved this up into the air. It says, where have all the good men gone and where are all the gods? And I shoved that up into the air. They're still around, people. Pick up the friggin' old drills. Buy a drill like this. It looks exactly like this. They made it for 30 years. They don't frickin' die. That's all I'm saying. Why would you want a tool that someone used for 30 years and never died? Why would you want that? Why? Why would you want that? I don't know. Probably because it's gonna last you another 30 friggin' years. As long as you take care of it. Maybe pop it open. Check the friggin' brushes. Oh yeah, the Good Men pictures in that are from a thrift store where I'm looking at like an old Skill, an old Craftsman, something else. Was there another Craftsman? I don't know, but I didn't buy them mostly because I have a bunch of tools like that. You see what I'm trying to say? But yeah, thrift stores have them. Lots of places. I think one of the best places to get them is an estate sale, actually. Sorry if I haven't catched up with chat here. Hold on. Can't say enough about how much I love these clips. Yes. Hey, no, these clips, this is why I run this, okay? Because, because you pull these off. You keep them on your work table, your work surface, whatever. You load on your belt with nothing on it, really. Oh, and then I did a video about this, too. This is probably one of my favorite Tough Built products. But, you know, I literally said, you know, screw you for telling me what that's for. I know what that's for. That's not for that. That's for, well, you could do that, by the way. Today, I had a speed square in it. It holds everything. This holds anything, pretty much. Like almost every small job site item that will fit into a 2-inch space, which is a lot of things, a speed square was in there today. And I was just picking it out, putting it up, boom, 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 boom. I always knew where it was. It's not an air gun holster. It's an everything holster. If I could just find my friggin' drill. Hold on. Here. Oh, this will work, right? Right? It's an everything holster. It will clip anything. Anything with a clip will clip onto it. It'll hold anything. It's a Tough Built air gun holster. I guess they have to say it so you can find it instead of saying anything holster. But I run my electric nail brad shooter on it. I run like an oscillating tool, and oh crap, there's mine. Holy crap. Haha, yeah, see, I've been using mine a lot more. Pops has also been stealing it still, even though this is on the dang job site almost every day too. I do kind of keep it around here more, but it goes out with me every day in the pouch, so in the big pouch, the utility pouch, which I gotta take and I gotta friggin' put everything back in place because it got dumped over again. The only thing I hate about it. I used the new Milwaukee M12 drills, both kinds, and I love them. Yes, they both amazing. Mine is 2nd gen and 3rd. You can't remember if it's 2nd or 3rd. Or pawn shop, but they overcharge you. You can wheel and deal with those guys. Don't be afraid. Just show them you know the friggin' game. You're supposed to haggle with those assholes. Sorry, I didn't mean to say assholes. I meant to say jerks. And if you work at a pawn shop, I get it, dude. Don't think I'm singling you out. You guys aren't jerks. The reality is that, you know, everyone's got to make a buck, and at the end of the day, you're the one trying to do it off us. And I get it. So I'm going to pay you what I think is good and what you think is good, and we're going to come to consensus upon that. It's just how it should work at a pawn shop. Especially since they don't pay a lot for that stuff, you know. Sometimes they give someone like $100 for a $500 item, and they never ever like come back for it. So they just sell it for $500. So they got like $100 in the pony, right? And what are they doing? They're friggin' sitting there. They're looking at you, looking at the friggin' horse, okay? And what are you gonna do? Are you gonna buy the horse, or are you gonna waffle over there? No, when you walk up, you said it's really nice, this and that, blah blah blah. You playing your game. I get it, okay? So, what you got to do is you got to know the other part of the game, which is yeah, it is. You know, I've looked at it a couple times. You know, it's kind of rare. It's kind of weird. You know, I don't know if you, dude, I don't know if you're gonna get 500 beans for it though. Wow, right? Like, I don't know if I'd pay that. Well, what would you pay? Like, I don't know, $200? And he's like, nah, man, I couldn't do that, right? You know, that's all I'm saying. You gotta wheel and deal haggle. Cheers, y'all. Cheers. Shout out to Texas, man. Shiner. Shiner Bach is one of my drinks tonight. So shout out to Texas. God bless them, and I hope everything friggin' works out. And surprisingly, somehow friggin' Mexico sent help. What is up with that, y'all? It's messed up. Anyway, sorry. Cheers to them. Cheers to y'all. Cheers to everybody. I believe in everything. Everything, everywhere, all at once. By the way, that was a good movie, man. I just watched that the other day. I had to watch it twice. Like that never happens to me. Usually I get a movie. I wonder if these cookies are still in good shape. I have one Hilti. I have one Hilti, and I have to repair it because I got it for free. Left over at a house at a job. I think it was a year ago or something. But it looks terrible. It's in beat up, really bad shape. But it still works. Just got a bad what do you call those things? The little nut. The left hand nut on it is like messed up. At least I think that's the only thing that's messed up. But yeah. So Rogers Woodworks, you use the M12 drills and stuff. Using like the M12 regular and the M12 fuel, I guess, right? We mean both kinds, right? Trust me when I tell you, I'm gonna get a fuel tool probably soon. An M12. I like the M12s. They're just really like light, easy carry. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to lessen the load on my back lately, especially since like standing essentially every day for a month has essentially ruined my ankle, which happens. I've done it for a week before and it's happened. I'm telling y'all, you don't stay young forever, but you need to keep young in your brain forever. Stop having fun, you'll start dying. I think the worst part there. Hulk hands. How can someone not want this to be a part of their life? I'm sorry. That's just fun. I mean, I've used DeWalt since the early days, like the big battery sticks with the whatchamacallit, the big post sticking out and the big huge bottom part, 18, 12 volts. Yeah, hold on, I gotta switch to touch screen again, sorry. And I've been incredibly boring lately too, man. It's kind of crazy. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. Like, okay, like if the tool improves my life, right? Then I count that as a win. Do I have the option of using my heavy duty stuff that I've had forever? Sure. Use the 1971 Milwaukee drill? Sure. I'll always have that. I'm not going to get rid of that just because I got some other friggin' Chinese crap or whatever. Made out of Chinesium. It's cool. Like I said, there's, dude, all, like the way I look at it, everything is crap. American crap, Chinese crap, Japanese crap. Because we can't take none of it with us, right? So it's all basically crap. That's why when I see $20, I said, dude, I'll get that for Josh. Why not, right? Josh is a good guy. He's kind of inspired some of the shit that I do. I'm just saying. It's also like, remind yourself that at some point in your life, you never thought about anything that you think about today. A mortgage, a car payment, your job, when you're getting to work, who you're dating. You never thought about any of that. All you thought about was freaking having fun. And I haven't changed really all that much since I was a kid, so I still just have the fun. I also think about a lot of the other crap too, but cheers! But yeah, like currently I'm using archery in a way, hopefully, to attune my son's senses. My son has acute senses. He can hear things down the hallway and around the corner. I'm the same way. And you're off the bed, some ceiling drywall to hang. Fudge, dude. Did you rent a hoist or anything, man? Like a drywall hoist or anything? You have scaffolds or any? Are they 8-foot ceilings? Okay, if they're 8 foot, then or 9 foot or whatever. I'm just saying, dude. I hope you get that done well, and I hope you don't like, I don't know, twist out a muscle or nothing, man. For real. God bless. I really do hope that that doesn't happen because that happens to me every single time. But I'm just getting old, Ace. Stay young, Ace. Stay young. Stay gold. Stay gold, Pony Boy. Stay gold. Gotta get rid of this freaking glass bottle now. Wow. Oh, and this can that I threw and the wind blew back at me. All right, so I should probably get back to talking about stuff instead of answering questions because there's no more questions. Let's see here. Whole cans are fun. Whole cans are great. If you do not have whole cans, then you are too old. You should have some whole cans. The Tough Built Clip Tech systems, y'all. If you have a tool belt and you are sleeping on this system, this was like $26 for the hammer holster, and I should really make sure that that's not Pops' hammer and that's my hammer. You can tell because it's marked as Eddie's hammer. That's how that works. Don't touch Eddie. Don't touch Eddie's hammer. Eddie's hammer is for Eddie alone. And then I got the Clip Tech knife pouch. This one was I think $12, and they all come with the little clips that go on the belt. You can buy extra clips if you want to put them onto a pegboard or something like that. That's normally what I carry. So when I say what I carry is like I've just been running different knives all the time, and I like this knife. It's a Husky knife. It's $13.96, 98 cents. It's at Home Depot. It's got a very interesting, very comfortable handle, and then it's spring assisted, right? And the thing that I've always said about spring assisted knives is that the one important thing is it has a lockback, because I have a very dangerous knife I got. And you could possibly buy in every survival kit that I've ever seen online or in Walmart or whatever. But spring assisted, pops out when you need it, very convenient, locks back, $13, under $15 for that. A $15 knife. And I gotta say, I really do like it. I've been carrying on this. And then here, I'm carrying out this heart right now. And the thing I like about the heart is, okay, it's got a very good grip up on this handle, and it's got this weird spot right here where it's supposed to have like a lanyard or something, but it just fits my pinky just kind of really nice, right? Like my pinky just lands right there. I don't know how to explain that, but that just it's like satisfying, right? And then the other reason is because it has a couple blade storages in there, so you can put a couple blades in. And then the thing I like about this is that's magnetic. That's got a little magnet in there, and it holds the blade in place, so you don't have blades falling out all the time, which I could tell you is one thing about another tool that I've been using lately that I don't have in front of me, but that I do not like. You're talking yeah, Husky is pretty good. So like I've always said, sometimes, and you're gonna see it tomorrow in full force. Sometimes when you see a good deal on something that's like if you're starting out, right, or if you just love tools like I do and you just want to beat the crap out of someone's tools and you can't borrow them from a friend, the hard stuff surprises me. The story of Pops' friggin' preferred knife is the story of Milwaukee making the wrong knife the second time around, and my dad friggin' hating it, and then I had to go through a big search. It's all on the channel here, and it's a Hart knife. By the way, I think TTI makes Hart. They still make the Milwaukee products too. Pretty sure of that. That's the knife in question that made my dad hate the Milwaukee Fastback series. I can show you the knife in question that made him love it because it's a legendary thing. Who's it? 4822 1906. Starting to remember it now by heart, I think. Yeah, here, hold on. That's a video coming out tomorrow. I can't show you that. Sorry, y'all. But that's the 4822 1906. Probably the most amazing friggin' handle you could get from Milwaukee when they first started doing fastback stuff. Go look online. People sell these for like $50, new in package. That's how legendary this stupid thing is. But he also carried the Klein Tools Flick Blade, which I'm telling you, Klein Tools, right? They're really outdoing some of what Milwaukee should be doing, okay? And, see, I might have to preview this a little. But the hard knife, crap, there's, how many people? 3 people? 4 people? All right, look, 4 people getting a real treat. That's this knife, Pops' favorite. That's the new knife. The pregnant cousin that pushed his fingers together also gave me a blister between my 2 fingers right here. I do not recommend that knife, but if you look at the Klein comparative, you see there's much less of a pregnancy bump in it. Then, of course, what did we find? Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, this is the new knife. Tomorrow it's coming out. It's a package video. But yeah, there's your heart. I just bought a white one. So, yeah. If people left because they didn't see it immediately, whatever. But that's the legendary knife. Pops has been carrying the black one that I basically gave to him when he got back from vacation, because he was supposed to take it on vacation with him, but he did not. So you see, his backup right now is the Flick Blade. So if he needs something, I have a backup for him. But this essentially shows the entire progression. And since I've been talking about this this stupid knife, I cannot find it in store locally. So take of that what you will. But that's the kind of progression of Pops' knives. And I got to do like a long form video or something on it, or just to kind of explain it so that there's always something to reference if there's like a Pops mention. Yeah, dude, that Klein knife. This I call it the Clementine. The banana, the Clementine, and then I call this one just apples. That's apples. I'm not a big fan of apples personally. I do like apple cider. I like, certain apples. But apples and oranges and bananas, pick the Clementine or the banana. I think the banana does something completely different. So, if you're more inclined to have like a Tanto with like a flip out, I actually would endorse the DeWalt to banana a little bit more. It's also, I think, a cheaper knife. It's like $13. I think this was the most expensive out of all of them, but it was the most worth it. You get what I'm trying to say? This one was so good because it does the flick back stuff. And I'm sorry, it's the fast back stuff. Is that fast? No. Fast out, slow back. It's a slow back knife. Fast back. That's all I wanted from fast back. It's false advertising. A flick of a blade, a flick back, a flick. I'm happy with that. I'll be happy to be a Flick Blade endorser forever until they ruin the knives, just like Milwaukee did. Although, don't get me wrong, I like this grip up. This is a good grip up. This is a nice friggin' grip up, okay? Don't get me wrong. That is a way more comfortable grip than that piece of crap. It's like you had a whole bunch of intuitive designers and then you hit them in the head with a hammer and said redesign it. And that's what they came up with. And then the bigger one has this grip on it and it's perfect. The thing that bugs me is how come they didn't just put a bump there? They put a bump right there, just like there is on this knife, then it would have been fine. I would have had no problems with these knives at all, right? Pops would have probably lived the rest of his life being a friggin' Milwaukee dude. Now, he's a heart guy. He uses a heart friggin' knife. And I tell you what, I'm going to buy 100 of them, and I'm going to keep 50 of them. And so when he breaks one or if he messes one up, he's got one to put in his friggin' pocket till he's dead. And then I'll have 100 of those things, so I'll probably give a bunch of those away too. But that's the whole point. I'm not here to satiate my need for people. I'm here for entertainment purposes. I want you to be entertained. Usually I have a heavy knife play stream that I do, but The last time I was doing that, I got cut on my ankle by a caster on a wheel, a plastic part on a caster. So I filed that down, and then I lost about a quarter pint of blood, which is good because there was plenty more to go around. I just after losing some blood, you always get a little loopy and you always get a little weird. So you know. Yeah, but that's the thing. Okay, so Rogers, there's one thing about the tool industry I know is that they have to redesign their tool at some point to keep the trademark or something running correctly. Okay, what am I carrying? What do I got in my other pocket? Oh yeah, it's the Razor SX3 by Outdoor Gear with the detent drop and the switchable blades. That was what I was talking about earlier. One of my favorite knives. It comes with a utility. It comes with a serrated, and it comes with a standard blade. I just oh, it's right there. It's right here. It's right here, right here. This is the utility blade, and that's my favorite thing to carry in this. Because if you haven't noticed, I am like people are like, ah, man, Eddie's a knife fiend. No, I'm more of a fiend for things that have dope tooling, because dope tooling means you can replace it, right? Those are about, you get 6 or so for $11, and I've used this for about a week. And I'm still using it. I'm still cutting with it. It's one of my favorite things. It has ball bearing release, so like little flick, little pop. It's slow back, but whatever. Hey, you know, as much as I had that criticism of this knife, this is designed to have that release and lock. That's why I don't have a problem with that. If they had one where it was a button, I would definitely buy that. Yeah, like some of my favorite things are just weird things, man. Like, okay, like, yeah, dude, it's simple, right? It's just simple. And obviously, I have great blade discipline. There's no cuts, nothing ever usually. Occasionally, I get a nick or I roll it through the first layer or two. But yeah, it's effortless. You see what I'm trying to say? Effortless. It flicks out. It stays in place. It's a good product. Outdoor Gear, Razor SX3. I paid $25 for it, but you can probably find it $20. I think Amazon had it at $25 last time I looked, and it was Walmart had it at $20 online. So you might be able to find it for $20. You might even find it for less. I don't know, but it is one of my favorite tools. It's a tool. It's not really a knife. It's a tool. It's like this. This isn't a knife, it's a tool. It is a utility knife, but it's also a tool in many ways. The more tools, I guess, you can add to it, right? That's what people think. Because I have this thing, and I think this is pretty cool. Thinking time, acolyte! Yeah, I think this thing's pretty cool. And it's got the little pull-out screwdriver deal. And apparently, if I do something specific to these bearings, then this won't fly out. Which, shoot, man. Yeah, yeah. Just being able to flick it out. It locks back, but it doesn't lock in, which bugs me. And then I do like that it comes with a KTI friggin' Klein tool incorporated. What is this? This is the 4434B. Now that means B means that it is impact rated, I believe. Yeah, great little knife. It's a utilitarian thing. It's got that 45-degree drop, which you don't see it in a lot of knives, but I've seen it in some cheap knives. I've seen it in some good knives. But dude, what a great little tool. You put it in your toolbox, or tool bag or tool roll. Like I've said, I'm working on a tool roll right now. Just kind of an idea I've got, right, where it's got stuff like this, where everything serves a dual purpose. And then maybe like a first aid section. You know what I'm saying? But that's another thing I bought. It's the Riker bag. I got it for $20. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty high quality stuff. Is it the best one I've seen? No, I've seen a lot better. I've seen ones with like waxed friggin' canvas, and like a real deal cowboy on the range rubbed his butt on it for about 12 hours and waxed it. Cheers to that. Speaking of cheers, I need a beer. I already have one. Have no fear. Cheers. But yeah, okay, so I was talking about retail stores for a second there. I'd like to touch on that again. So, if you've been in a Target, I've done videos, okay, on buying tools in places, in weird places everywhere. The one place I have yet to go to get some of the cheapest and crappiest tools I've ever seen is the flea market that's in my town. So that's coming when it cools down a little, like the fall happens, just before the fair. I hate the friggin' fair. It's like, hey, come bring us money for things that you would never eat. I go for the food. And if you go to the fair, don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm like hating on you. I just don't like wasting money. Okay, like, and even though I waste a shit ton of money, I do it for the channel. There's a bit of a difference. It's also I do it to satiate my own need to find the right tool for the right job. Like, you know, these Clip Tech friggin' things. I load the whole friggin' belt. Nothing on my tool belt, right? Clip it on. Boom, boom. No back pain. I don't need the hammer today. Don't put it on. You get what I'm saying? Like, for God's sakes, it's like be pragmatic with your tools, right? Less back pain, less time down, less time hurting. Bump cap. Bump cap. Get a bump cap. Or get a bump cap insert for your favorite hat you wear all the time at work. Get a bump cap. You work in an attic, in attics, you work in insulation, you do bug inspections. I know a bunch of bug inspectors who are about 6 foot tall, and they wear a friggin' hard hat. Okay? Yeah, bump cap. They're about $10 for an insert on Amazon. I think that might be the small size. I'm not entirely sure. I don't, like, I've got a video working on that. I just got to get paid. Yeah. One of my favorite lighter systems, these little torches. You can get these from Walmart for like $4 or so. MK makes them. I don't know. It looks like MK. Yeah, MK. And then, of course, I carry another little torch, a mini torch for my little discreet carry kit that I carry around, the Night Eyes Clip Pockets XL. You have to write it like that, Clip Pockets XL. It's like someone asked me, they couldn't find this product that I've been talking about, the Night Eyes Doohickey. And I said, well, you have to spell doohickey correctly because you're spelling it regionally, right? You're saying D-U-H, right? Like, I like the guy a whole lot. I'm just telling him. Spell it D-O-O-H-I-C-K-E-Y with a big key, with a big K for key. You know? And then I got one of the weirdest comments I had ever gotten, right? I shout out my buddy Jameson, and then someone says to me, because it's this video, someone says to me, how do I know you? I was like, I don't know if I know you, right? You know? Yeah, the minute key. So go online, look for alternatives to this. You'll find a bunch of cheap Chinese stuff, and you'll find stuff that's this quality for $20. This cost me $6 at Lowe's, right off the side of the freaking kiosk where they make keys. If you use your keys to open boxes, save your keys. Every time you do that, you wear down the keyway, or the clip. Every time you put it into a lock, you wear it. This thing, you cut and open boxes. It's got a perfect spot right there. You do it right with that, or you can do it right there. That's actually the best part because that's actually made to open boxes. This little notch right here, and it just goes. Hey, OYZL, I wear my bump cap everywhere, dude. I'm 6'6". I hit my head getting out of the truck sometimes. You got me? But, you know, I think this is a good combo carry right here. I know that sounds crazy, okay? But these are two of the most interesting and multi-tools I've had in a while. That, just for having access to cut, to cut tape, I think is a really cool thing. And then you don't ever use your key again. And then this guy also cuts tape, so I don't know why I would carry that, but that's a lot better to hang on a keychain than this. This I do carry on the keychain, but when I want to, I pull it off, and I'm just like, because it's everything. It's not just a multi-tool. It's fun. It's a fun thing. It's a bit of a fidget toy. You know, people ask you what the hell it is all the time. I just say it's a doohickey. Night Eyes They make a couple different other ones, and I'm gonna get those too. And I want to do like I think they have like a couple different ones, and I'll do like the whole series of them. Oh crap! Hold on, wait. Shnikes. Hold on. Holy shnikes. Yes. So, haha. Whenever you find a key that doesn't belong to you, keep it. This is my philosophy. Okay, keep it. It's your key now. You might not be able to open something at your place. Adrian, how are you doing, my good friend? You might not be able to open something at your place with it. But with all of these keys, 50% of the time, I can open up the lock. With these, I can open up the house with these probably about 20% of the time. Although if you take a piece of rubber on a schleg, take a little rubber O-ring, sit there, and you put that in there, and you go, bump cap. Bump cap. Bump cap. Otherwise, I'll say bump cap. You did in the last statement. It says, I wear my bump cap to the grocery store. So, yeah, or a quick set. You can lock bump those bad boys sometimes too. Car keys. That's from an old Ford. That's a Saturn key. These are both Saturn keys. These are early '90s Saturn keys. Different kinds of different Saturns. And then yeah, I got a new Brinks security key, so it gets added to the Phantom keychain, which is obviously on another Night Eyes product, the Bigfoot carabiner locker, key locker, and it comes with 5 of these little carabiners. They lock into place. It's $12 for 5 of the carabiners, or you can buy the Bigfoot for $12 or $13. Sorry, $13. And it's one of my favorite things. And here's the other thing: is like I said, hey, I'm locked out of something. Do you think you can come cut the lock off? So I go out there, and instead of cutting their lock off, I start trying these keys, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Nothing. Hold on. Well, you're not gonna cut the lock off? No. Hold on. What kind of key is it? And then I'm like, oh yeah. And then it pops open. She's like, how'd you do that? I was like, you'd be surprised what keys do. Keys open things. They might not open your things, but they'll open other people's things. I know it sounds like a really mean thing to say, but destroy your keys if you don't ever want people to freaking get after them. The reality is I don't go finding the person who owns the key. I just keep the key for the moment when someone's like, hey, I need your help. Can you help me? I know you know a little bit about lockpicking because I learned a little bit from, after my brother did locksmithing for a long time. I do know a little bit more about locksmithing though. So I learned a lot from him. Dude, look, hey, some of these came off my dad's keys. I know that, like that one right there. Oh, and I know for a fact that this one is literally the key to that giant paint case that I kept out in the rain for 2 years and was bone dry after all of that. But yeah, the bump cap, 100% to Adrian. I was about to say, make sure you measure your size of your head before you order one. Okay. When you're working around the girders, you're setting up roof beams or something. I'm saying, dude, I know what you do a lot, and then here's the other thing: you must probably hit your head a couple times, man. I've seen some of the cramp stuff you do. It's cool. Adrian is out of Jamaica. He's actually got a very interesting channel. And by the way, Adrian, if you're still here, man, thank you for talking on the videos. Move closer to the mic and say the words louder and clearer. Even if they're in your accent, we want to hear your voice, dude. 100% want to hear your voice, dude. That silly AI voice doesn't represent you very well. That's all I'm trying to say. Be who you are, man. This is a place for unique people, okay? If you're not being unique here, you're doing something wrong. And if you are being completely boring, I see you all the time getting 300 friggin' people in your chats, so whatever. I might be wrong about that, but I'm telling you the future is interesting people. One of my favorite quotes is gonna buy the Mick. Okay. The Milwaukee. It's a pretty good one. Anyway, one of my favorite quotes is it's from a Star Trek show, Enterprise. It's Dr. Phlox saying, about movies. We used to have something similar to this on my planet. And then he goes, but then we stopped watching them because we realized that the lives of real people were much more interesting. And I think that's the next step, and this is where it's going to happen, really. If it doesn't, then, you know. Oh, dude, Rogers, I've gotten maybe, I think, 10 comments that are what I would call sardonic. And then I've got about, I've had about 100 filtered. And the 100 filtered ones are super disgusting stuff that I would never say out loud. So, yeah, you know, I've always had haters, dude. I don't give a shit. Dude, it's weird that you put a ring on it. That's kind of weird. But I'm okay with it otherwise. If it was anyone else, I wouldn't say cheers. But I'm going to say cheers. Cheers. Look, as distant as I am from people, being in this tiny little box that you hold in your hand while you're taking a poop, don't lie. You know that's how it goes. Well, I got to be real. You're reclaiming that time, right? You used to have to read a magazine, and man, most magazines were pretty boring. So, I say, on-screen entertainment, right in your hand while you're cool. Not to mention, I fully endorse buying a potty light. I don't know if you guys have a potty light, but get a friggin' motion sensing light for your toilet. In the middle of the night, you walk in there, you don't turn the light on, it just turns on. Oh, there's the toilet. You don't have to readjust your eyes heavily for a new kind of light. It's a very kind of small LED. That's all I'm saying. Get one that hangs over, get one that's built into the friggin' seat. I highly recommend one. The other thing is, if you get the seat ones, get one that has a sensitivity, a little sensitivity switch in the compartment. Because my little hangover potty light does not have a sensitivity switch, so it kind of just goes on sometimes when people walk by. I moved it to the side a little bit, so that helped. But reality, get one. You know, your eyes don't adjust in the middle of the night to turning on the light. You know, even if you're running a night light, right? The potty light, it shows you where to shoot. It gives you like a gigantic dark background with a literal friggin' target of beautiful shining light, your favorite color even. Well, I'm going to shoot you some out here, probably next week at some point. I got to send you something, and I got to send Big Josh something. And I got something to brewing for EDChatzzz that's coming. I think I might do a video about it. It's a brewing, just like that. I hope the new 5 people here did not come in on a fart joke. But if you did, I hope you laughed, because I laughed a little bit inside. Cheers. Yeah, okay, so I was talking about retail spaces, okay? Target is kind of designed for, like, those people who think they look better, or they act better or something. So I don't go there very often. I go to Walmart. I think that's a very interesting place, like salt of the earth people, right? It's like the people of Walmart. You know, you see real people there. You don't see fake ass people. You see like, you know, Joe with the friggin', you know, with a pink shirt on with his belly hanging out saying, you know, where the girls at? You know what I'm saying? You see him picking his nose, and then 2 girls walk up to him and be like, "Hey, Joe, how you doing?" By the way, I live in a very special area. You can drive about half an hour in any direction and get to that place. So, and I can drive half an hour south and get to, like, you know, I'm in North Carolina. Raleigh is my kind of area. I don't technically live in Raleigh, though, so what can I tell you? But North Carolina. Yeah. So I can drive like 30 minutes and I can get to a podunk place. Look, okay, so you're in Waynesville. Nice, man. Hey, Waynesville's not a bad place. All right, that's a nice little quiet spot, dude. I've been out there a couple times, man, shooting. Yeah, you know it, dude. Man, dude, come on, Rogers. You know I've been shooting. Don't even act like that. I grew up here, basically. I'm from New York originally, but like I'm from a different part of New York. The part doesn't say New York. We say New York. Like it's weird because we're like of Dutch descendants there. It's weird. It's also like weird because it's like a fully ingrained family thing up there too to say it like that. So if you were in my family, you said it a very specific way. Anytime you come to the state, and come to see you, yes, I will friggin' put you up for at least a couple nights, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, Adrian, I'm gonna tell you what. Nah, hopefully by then I'll have enough subscribers that we just go buy tools and ship them home for you. Cause dude, that would be dope. Like just have like a whole video series. Then I got like a kid, Sam. Sam wants to be the cameraman. Sam wants to do the work. Sam tells me he knows more about that Canon M50 than I do, and I don't friggin' believe him. Because I will show him a lot more about that thing than he knows. Yeah, no, seriously, that Canon camera I've had forever. I have a two set. They're matched as best as I can by serial. They're within 1,200 of the manufacturer series. So, Jamaica, Queens. Oh yeah, good place. No, 100%, dude. Waynesville? Is it Waynesville? Because there's Waynesboro. There's a bunch of Waynes out there. You know, the Waynes used to own a lot of this stuff. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Go and have some psychedelia with the master of mushrooms, my friend. Yeah, it's like I keep saying, right? Like, you know, why do I like? Okay, people ask me why. Sometimes I focus on cheap tools. Why do I do that? Because, like, shout out to this kid. What's his name? Friggin' James Trollinger. Okay, he shows up almost every time I'm live. He's a kid. Right? And if he ever goes to buy his first tools, right, he's going to maybe, if I have any influence, maybe buy the cheapest stuff possible. So, you know, you learn how to keep track and take good care of your tools. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, and you should put in, no, you see, you can't do the work permit. What we got to do is we got to sponsor you. We got to do it for a couple of years. I'm already looking into it, Adrian. Relax, man. You just got to make sure that you, when we contact you or I contact you, you got a full history of everything down there, because that's the only thing you really need to do it legally. And also, you have to have a really good skill set, and I think you do already. I mean, I've seen your work, dude. Out there, they're obviously working with some sort of cool codes. But there is some coding out here that might be a little hard to learn, but it's not that hard, actually. I'm telling you, it's actually really easy. The problem is people are intimidated by things they think are complicated when in reality they aren't. It's actually more like common sense than coding, but yeah, they might be able to help too. Yeah, and it's a non-government. Yeah, I mean, you know, we know the government won't help very much right now. That's not a big deal. Like I said, you got a good skill set, you'll probably get something going. And if not, we'll wait a little bit and we'll figure it out when things calm the fuck down around here. I really do miss the country I grew up in, y'all. I'm sorry if I lost people on that one. Holy crap. This is insane what's happening, but it's okay. Dude, I kind of expected it was going to happen at some point during my life. Mostly because I have a very high IQ and I think about things. And I see the trends and the movements of the world very clearly. I see the oceans fall and rise. See the raging glory. But he had always told the truth, honey. He was an honest man. And Brandy does her best to understand. You ever farted? Yeah, man. Everyone farts, dude. Ain't you ever read that book? You're a big pooper. You probably read that other book, Everybody Poops, right? You want to hit a cheers on that? Cheers to farting, y'all. Everyone. When you got a dark root and you need to make a toot, make sure you let it out. Without a doubt. If you don't, then you're just gonna burp. That's gross. Really, have you ever heard of reverse fecal externalization? Don't look it up, people. He's gonna go do it for you. And if he really loves poop, he knows exactly what that is. It's pretty gross, by the way. It's actually really gross. Hey, I got a little friggin' packer here. Look at that. A little taster or something. What is that? It's white boba. White boba. Drink coffee and poop. Hey, I did that this morning, dude. Actually, I've been drinking coffee a whole lot more lately because I ain't trying to drink sodas, right? Like, put 1 tablespoon of sugar or whatever in there and then stir it up and maybe put like another half in there until it tastes ever so slightly off the bitter end and right into the end of the sweetness part. And all you can really taste is the coffee. It's so good. Man. And then like if you're in a good mood, maybe try a little like half and half or something. Half and half is one of my favorite things. It makes you really fart. But half and half is one of my favorite things because and yes, the new people can see it. It's a $75 knife just sitting on the table there. It's a 119. It's the close up for Scream. 100% the Scream knife. That's why I bought it, y'all. It was also $50 on sale. I've also watched the Scream commentary like 1 billion times, so I know exactly which freaking buck knife to look for when it goes on sale. But I bought that at a Walmart. And I'm trying to explain this, okay? I've shopped it everywhere, okay? There was this place called Rose's. Rose's was a crazy cool place, okay? It was all like a Kmart, but it was cheaper stuff. It was all like off-brand or something, right? You'd buy a skill saw at Kmart, and you'd buy a kill saw at Rose's or something, right? And the thing I remember the most about how cool that place was is that it was literally, and Rogers, Roses, friggin' Roses, okay? Half and half is the most glorious type of coffee creamer. Yes, I agree. Do not use dry cream. Just buy the half and half, people. And then if you really feel inclined, you get some Kahlua and have a couple of friggin' actual White Russians. They're so good. Follow a real recipe and then use the half and half. I'm telling you, it's way better. Don't use milk. There's a Roses in Sylvia. That's true, yeah. There's one down in Raleigh here now. It's in the downtown area. It's out by the ghetto. I'm not going to lie about that. It's off 64. You know what I'm talking about. Bailey's is also excellent. No, I agree. Bailey's is a good additive for a yeah, dry cream is disgusting. This is all my mom friggin' has in this stupid friggin' house. I buy the friggin' half and half. And then what does she do? She drinks all my damn half and half. What am I going to do about that, huh, y'all? Or my kid walks up to the half and half. I look at him. He's like, what's that? I was like, it's half and half. And he's like, ooh. And he opens it up and he drinks like half the friggin' container in front of me one day. And I'm like, Aaron, I bought that for coffee, He's like, what? I was like, I bought that for coffee, Why would you put that in coffee? That's like really thick milk. I was like, no, you're thinking about whole milk, right? You're thinking about whole milk, not half and half. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my kid's a beast. Dude, he's 6'4" right now, and he's about to hit a hard spurt. He's about to go, and he's about to hit his head on friggin' doors. I'm gonna have to buy him a bump cap. You know what I'm saying? I usually just do sugar, right? I explained it to Sam. I was like, if you see me holding a coffee, I'm in a shit mood, okay? If I open up that coffee, I told him today, if I open up the coffee, I'm actually in a pretty good mood, actually, because there's definitely half and half in that. Like, I got to be in a really happy mood to have some half and half, but the reason why is because it's like, I don't have an intolerance to lactose. I just don't like, I don't know, it bloats me, it makes me feel weird. I don't know how to explain it, y'all. It's like when I say all I can taste in Bud Light is bananas. Like, people are like, how is that possible? I was like, dude, hand me your Bud Light. All it tastes like is bananas. I don't understand it myself, folks. I really wish I did. Matter of fact, I'm so angry about it. The nature of humanity confuses Hulk. Confused Hulk. Hulk hands. Just have fun, people. Fun. Remember when you were a kid and you had fun? I talked to my ex today, and I was telling her, I'm getting there, okay? I was telling her, like, I had gotten this thing from Walmart, and, she was like, oh, okay, why'd you do that? I was like, so Aaron, my son, could learn how to maybe have some fun. And she's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, fun? You remember when you fucking had that? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, This is why I tell people, no one told you to live this way. No one told you to go and wreck your life for someone else. Okay, yes, I'm still doing it. I will admit that freely. But I am also breaking free from that in very many ways. Not only am I going to start selling some art, I'm also going to start selling some other things. Some new people here maybe, right? Hey, you like art? Here's some art that I made. I make them all out of glue. Elmer's Glue All. I have these little jars. They were actually dab jars. So I had about 1 billion of them. And they had these perfect little friggin' hexagons in there. And one day, I was just messed up. I was puffing my jobs, right? I was enjoying my life. I wasn't drinking at the time. I was just smoking a little piece, right? And I just kind of casually put a little bit of Elmer's Glue All, which I keep everywhere. By the way, you want a good alternative to wood glue, right? I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Just buy regular glue all. It's wood glue. It's just not tinted, okay? This is Elmer's Glue All. It glues all. Right there. It's glue all. It's got it in the name. It glues everything. I use this on wood. I also have some wood glue. If it's like a, what do you call it, like a furniture piece and I need to kind of hide some things in it. Sometimes that works better. You know what I'm saying? Because it's clear. Right? And so what you're doing is you put a little bit of that touch-up stain on the clear glue. And what happens is you're touching up a clear spot. So if you put black down and then you put up your little touch-up paint on there so it looks like wood, then it kind of shines through the black a little bit, and it causes that reflective shit that happens to wood. And it's the thing that dies when you use wood glue on like big furniture pieces. Okay? And trust me, I've had to repair several furniture pieces, heirloom furniture pieces that my parents bought at Cal Smith's auction. So, no, I agree. Hank Fleet, I just said I was in North Carolina. North Carolina. Oh, by the way, I love today's video. You find yourself to be a survivalist. Or a survivalist. Right? And I spelled it weird. I just love that, dude. Just every time I do something so weird, it's out of pocket, even for me. I love it. You'll have to try the glue. Hey, that's what I'm trying to get after. Okay, it does different things. It's clear, so when it dries, it can give you a better result for, let's say, something that's highly figured and it's got a high polish on it. You know what I'm saying? No, why are you telling me to go to bed? Hank Fleet, I know that you're the one who should be in bed. That's the worst part. Go to bed. Go to bed myself. No, I'm not going to do that. Hey, dude, I have tomorrow off. I'm going to sleep all day with my leg propped up. Don't act like this. Dude, I'm here till whenever. Till it's done. Till people stop showing up, stop talking. Let's take a little ride. Let's take a ride like we used to. Battletron. Shouting, liberty or death. Even though we wanted both somehow. That's a song. I see you put, it's so hard for me to connect lyrics anymore. A road diverged in the wood, and I chose the path less traveled, and it made all the difference. Drinking today or still taking a break from the foot. Cheers! Thinking time. Does that answer your dang question? Your dang question? So I did buy this Hyper Tough light, this $2 Hyper Tough light. It's like $2. I have a little clip on my I have a harness for when I'm carrying like heavy tools. And today I was using the harness, and I clipped that on there, and I could just turn the light on and just kind of point it where I was working, and it was so nice. Little tools, little things, $2 would improve your life. That would do it, especially if you have a lanyard, if you're carrying a lanyard all the time. I haven't even smoked this. Hold on, let me smoke a piece. I'm sorry. Looks like I'm dipping down low. Five people. But yeah, I got that folding saw, and I think I'm gonna send Josh one of these. I don't know, man. And I got because that was like $1. Although I should probably clean the blood off of that, maybe. Wow, there's proof right there, folks. Actual droplets of my viscera on the packaging. By the way, the reason it is okay is because it was mostly alcohol at the time, and the reason why I drink when I do things that are dangerous is because it's easier for me to feel and see the sloppiness in my shoe or whatever when I've nicked something that's wrong. I know because I panic real hard sometimes when I'm drunk, but that stopped about 10 years ago for some reason. So whatever. I only panic now, really, for like, dude. The other day when my back went out, and I definitely had a panic attack, and 100% had a panic attack. And dude, like, my kid's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I think I'm just gonna fall down. Hold on." Right? I mean, he's out here. He's like enjoying the thing I bought. Right? So I'm saying, like, okay, I would like to finish the story. The problem is ADHD is not a fun thing sometimes, even though I'm still like somehow a little bit medicated. So anyway, retail spaces. I've been to Target's. That's kind of a bougie ass place. So I don't know if I'm like up for that. As much as I like a tuxedo, I don't know if I like a fake looking one. That's all I'm saying, right? It's like, you know, yeah, you're faking it. Like, I seen these pillows in Target. Yeah, live, laugh, love. That's where that came from. Y'all are jerks. Don't be like that. That's part of the problematic, pervasive issues in our friggin' culture. What the fuck does live, laugh, love mean anyway? How about just have fun? I've seen that one once, and I was like, cool. Oh, if I lost people who didn't like to live, laugh, love. Oh, I've lived, I've laughed, I've loved. You guys got a problem with me not wanting to fucking see it on someone's wall when I show up for dinner? Yeah, it's all right. It's cool. It is very pervasive, though. It's like, why are you putting that on your wall? Are you trying to tell yourself to do that, or are you doing that right now? It's a real good question, right? Like, because people do shit like that. They're like, live, laugh, love, and then they live very little, they laugh very little, and then they love like it's a transaction. You know what I'm trying to say? So reality is, like, I see that, and I see essentially what it's worth. It's worth what someone wants you to think it's worth. Now, the art, okay? Think about this art. I made that art. It's called Pink and Purple Dragon. It's not for me, sure. I like pinks and purples, but I was also working on a flower thing, and I was really struggling with getting the flower parts right. The pink and purple dragon part, it pushes you into the expectation. That's dragon scales or something. It's all three-dimensional. It's all handcrafted, okay? Was every single thing on here a mistake? Yeah, 100%. That's the point of it. It's not designed for me to feel good about it. It's for you to look at it and say, what? And then, like, look at this one thing and say, look at that cool swirl, or look at this red one with all the weird lines in it. You know, I got one that's like literally just a bunch of skulls and scratches and scrapes and stuff. It's like a metal album, essentially. And the point I'm trying to make is I'm compulsed to do this because my feelings are sometimes not expressed in the way I like them to be. Now, will I say that this channel replaces that? No, not at all. Because I have a lot of friggin' stuff in my brain. The worst part is that I can show you maybe 10%, and maybe we can get some subscribers or something. Maybe we can get something going. I'm just saying. Right now, that's about all I can friggin' afford. It's 10%. But, so, here's the thing about Walmarts. This is why I love Walmarts, okay? People are always like, you know, you talk about Walmart a little bit too much, okay? And I said, no, that's not true, okay? I go to Home Depot's, I go to friggin' Lowe's, I buy tools there a lot too, okay? But the tools for life, the tools of your existence, are not always the things that you want to buy at a hardware store or a place where you would buy tools. You get what I'm trying to explain to you? Okay, the tools of your life, or the tools of the people around you's lives, is like this thing I've learned about Walmart. And I live in a very special area, so it's very easy for me to do this, okay? But in my area, there's a Walmart where if you want something, go there first. If you see something at one Walmart, go to that Walmart. It's probably on clearance. I call it the Dirt Mart. There is one Walmart that always has the best knives. That is up like Briar Creek way. They always have great knives. And the one on Capitol always hides away the really dope ones. Like, here's one of my favorite friggin' knives from Ozark Trail. Okay? And you'll see, if you look in some of my videos, there is literally a spot where I'm like, hey, you see all these things in this case? They should put the cool knives in there, like that orange thing that flips out, right? And then I walk over to the drawer, and I said, this is where they keep them. They keep them hidden away. Oh, and then I'm like, yeah, the drawer's never locked. And I open the drawer a little bit. right? It's the point is I'm not trying to point out that people can steal these things that all they want. They've got security devices, all that stuff. They just have to like snatch and grab and run. But yeah, I have. Trust me when I tell you. When I make a display case, the first one I'm going to make is what's your favorite scary movie? I think I'm going to buy like 5 or 6 of these. I don't know my problem with this now. This is like my favorite friggin' knife in the whole world. The grip up. It's like a bayonet grip. It's like a classic army grip. It's the Buck 119. It's the smaller version, but when they did the close-ups in Scream, this is what you see. That's it right there. When they do the long shots, they use the 110 or the 120. Sorry, the 120 or no, the 110. They use the 110 because it's slightly longer and it shows up better on camera in long shots, in longer shots, I should say. But yeah, like the Walmart I go to, mostly they hide most of their shit, their good shit away. Funny enough, the guy who helps me up there, first time I met him, I got this health end off of them, and I bought the little Victorinox standard, the $13 boy that goes on every kid's keychain in the 1980s. But I bought this health, and it reminds me a lot of my Spartan. I had a Spartan, but the Spartan didn't have scissors, I don't think. This has scissors. This reminds me a shit ton of my Spartan when I was a kid. I might still have that Spartan kicking around here somewhere. And it might actually be a camper. I don't know. It's like it's hard to remember stuff, right? Because so many of the original Victorinox knives are so similar, right? They're so friggin' similar. But I met this guy at the Walmart. He's a little like guy from Romania or something like that. He's from the Balkans. You can hear it in his voice. He's like, "Hello, it's nice to meet you," right? And every time I show up, he's like, "Oh, it's you. You're buying another knife?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I'm buying another knife. I'm buying 3 tonight." The last time I saw him, I bought this knife, right? And like usual, I'm like, "Yo, where are the people at?" Well, you know, whatever, right? And so like I walk up to a lady. She walks like past me. Like I said, "Hey, you know, I need some help." She walks over to the electronics section, and this little tiny guy walks out. He's like, "Hey!" He goes, "Eddie," right? And I was like, "Yeah," right? And he's like, "You want another knife, huh?" So we go over to the case, and this is the knife. He said, $50. He's like, "Let me check that. Let me check that." No, 100%. This guy's cool. I like him. I dude, like, look, I find interesting people intensely interesting. Okay, like from like, you know, "Hey, what's up, California guy," right? Like all the way to like, you know, "Hey, down south, man, I live 4 hours from you." You know what I'm saying? I love everybody because I think everyone has a story to tell. The problem is that no one tells their stories, right? We used to tell our stories all the time, right? So this is why I like Walmarts, okay? Walmarts, I live in an area, you can go to one where you can always find something you want on clearance. By the way, most of these knives up here, I bought for $5 or $4. They're for the giveaway when I hit 1,000 subs, subscribe. 100 knives, 1,000 subscribers, 100 people. Rules may vary, or rules and something apply, whatever, right? Okay, it's coming soon. I have a full workup. I have a whole bunch of stuff working out for it. The only thing I got to do is I got to buy like a friggin' telephone, a new cell phone, get another number for a little bit so that I can tag that, because I have like 8 accounts on YouTube. I know that sounds crazy, but like I try to secure my names when I do stuff. Like, you know, True Acolyte is like a really weird one, because the only reason I'm named that is because a subscriber, well, I don't even know if he's a subscriber, a viewer called me that. He said it was my first freaking Harbor Freight tool video. Okay, and I'm like, the most wonderful place in the world, right? And then I'm like, oh yeah, those look a lot like the Milwaukee ones, same price too, right? And he's like, dude, finally someone who's a true acolyte, you know, like telling us what for about tools. So I was like, the more it laid with me, I was like, dude, that's the greatest name. So it says a true acolyte, but true acolyte is what you see on the friggin' under my name. But I could add A to it. I don't think that's friggin' point. There's no point in it. A true acolyte, just add a true acolyte. But no, so I love Walmarts because in my area you can drive 30 minutes, you can drive 10 minutes, you can drive 15 minutes, you can go to almost any kind of Walmart. You can find the bougie Walmart, you can find the dirt Walmart, you can find this amazing Walmart that's literally it's in the town right next to me, and it's where I bought the compound bow. The compound bow. They used to have these in my local one. I was like, hey, I was really waffling on this $50 or $54 one, right? And then they discontinued them, and I missed the friggin' clearance because I was working so much. By the way, I hate it when I miss a clearance. The value proposition of buying something that's like $50 for 20 or 10 or something is just too much for me. Because I'm gonna give that to someone, or I'll give it to my kid or whatever. When I'm done having my fun, by the way, I bought this for the kid. It also can ratchet up to 22. I think I have it on 17 or 18. And I'm slowly turning it up on him every time he comes out. Oh, this is on 18. Yeah, it's 18 to 22. So I'll probably have it by 22 within a couple weeks now for him. But, yeah, I sold my bow a few years back. I mean, honestly, I only had it briefly. I shot it with some friends. I left it at my buddy's house because I didn't want no one here to friggin' care about my friggin' personal activities. It was hard enough to friggin' let Pops, get me in on, any kind of firearm nearby, so. Because he was a Vietnam veteran. He hates them, dude. He's like, I seen what them shits do, And I said, I know what those shits do, too. And, what is my favorite trade? What's my favorite thing to do? Oh, man. I found a lot of satisfaction in just hanging pictures for old ladies and stuff. I need these pictures hung, so I come up with a ladder. I hang up their stuff. Oh, my garbage disposal doesn't work. Oh, here's my garbage disposal key. Turn it. Throw some ice in it. Throw some soap in it. Throw some other things in there. You know what I'm saying? So I think handyman would be the answer to that. Now. Full trade, I worked as an electrician, and I gotta be honest with you, I really did enjoy being an electrician. The one thing I didn't like is I worked with a lot of idiots sometimes, and they would turn things on when I was working on things or something, or had them in my hands. I think the one thing about, I had one issue while I was an electrician, and I did that for about 2.5 years. I'm not gonna say 3, 2 3/4. And I still change plugs and switches, but I'm the one who turns off the breaker. You see what I'm saying? And I'm the one who turns it back on. Because that's anything a homeowner can do in my state, I can do as a handyman. Yeah, handyman stuff. I think just helping people, right? I like helping people as opposed to doing a big job. I've done some contract. I'm in the middle of a contracted job right now. A gigantic one. It's a huge house. I've got some videos on the channel where I'm popcorn removal of a kitchen where they were basically running an illegal. They were running 4 different kinds of food trucks out of it, and yeah. So I think they almost got busted, but they moved out before they got busted, and so now I'm the one who's out there, basically remediating a bunch of food damage in the kitchen, a bunch of food damage all over the house, because it was a taco truck, it was an Italian food truck, it was the mix of stuff that got ingrained in this house. And I gotta tell you, the smell on this place, man, it was like a cafeteria dumpster, cafeteria dumpster juice in the middle of the hot summer. It's disgusting. It smelled horrible. I still have a couple things around here. Kind of still has the scent on it. But no, for real. I bought a Vivor ceiling or drywall sander, and it was probably the best choice I ever made for $129. Pops was on board all day, so if he thought it was a good idea, I figured it was a good idea. So I was not going to say no to that. But on my channel here's some time lapse of me doing that kitchen, and that represents a couple hours worth of work. And the problem with it is that even though we tested that off the top of the ceiling, okay, And even though I had full dust remediation and I had everything working great, okay, the burning it down was the only thing you could do. You could not, you could not lightly sand it like regular friggin' ceilings. When you have popcorn, you use a sander. It's just like, because I've rented a couple. Wham, 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 wham. It happens in no time, right? So it's like when we bought the whole auger, right? I do little fence things. I like people have mailboxes they rot out. Okay, and I go do those. Usually I do them for like cost. Just do them because people need a mailbox. These are one thing you get your house. Okay, you got your shutters fixed. You got your windows replaced, right? You got all your stuff. You got your siding done, right? But your friggin' mailbox is sitting at a 13-degree angle from friggin' true. So I'm gonna fix it for you. Don't let me stop. Don't stop me. You're gonna pay me for the friggin' post and the concrete that goes into it. But I own a hole auger, so I have zero labor really in it. The only thing it takes is me bringing it out. And then the lady, lady or old guy, usually it's like a mid-aged lady or an old guy, divorcee or something, or a widower, and they're like, here's a tip. They give me a tip because they're like, you know, you should have gotten paid for that. And I'm like, don't worry, man. Like you're fine. I'm not here to take your money. I know you're on a limited income. The other thing is like I make plenty of money on my own, right? The worst part is that like yes, I go broke sometimes, but it's not that bad, right? To go broke, I have everything I need here in the house. We have about 3 to 6 months worth of food here. You know, not counting my small rations. You know, as long as the power runs, I got 6 gallons of, 6 gallons of kerosene if we get cold. I've got friggin' 20 gallons of gas that gets rotated regularly. So I can run the generator if I have to. And I'm working on a quiet box for that too. I want to build a quiet box for the generator. I think that'd be a cool idea. Build a muffler on it. Something that doesn't restrict it. Something that maybe like, you know, helps it. I was thinking about a motorcycle exhaust, but I'm worried that it'll go wah, wah, every time you plug something into it. So, by the way, I have 100% in the entertainment category. I'm here to entertain you. There's friggin' green hands here. There's Hulk hands. So, as much as I have a serious life, I have no intention of being super serious here, but like people ask me questions, I will answer them as truthfully and as honestly as possible. I think it's my duty to tell people if there's some way to make their life better with a $2 tool, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Do it all day. Or a $10 or a $12 tool. So, you know, a $15 keychain. Not only has it enriched my life as a fidget toy, but it is a really capable ratchet. And I've seen similar products, and they are not doing anything this nice and light. Nothing that does what this does. I've had that on my keychain. I've used it at least 3 times. Not just to open paint cans. One was to open paint cans, but I use that score tool to put a score into a chop block or a butcher's block. Yeah, man. Speaking of beers, cheers. I know, no one said beers. And it looks like I might have a perfect moment to drop off, man. People usually keep me here till like 4 in the morning or 2 in the morning. I don't mind. I really don't. So, dude, actually, it's already past 1:15 or 1:14, so might as well just hang out for a little bit, see who shows. Because I haven't seen El Nasty. I put out his friggin' movie shiz. Last time he was here, he was like, you know, what's this? Blah, blah, blah. That's all he asked. Shout out El Nasty. He's my dude. He's my guy here. He's like, he's the one who probably shares stuff to people. That's all I'm saying. I see shares. Bump cap, people. Sorry, a bump cap. Look up bump cap. Look up bump cap insert. Put the insert in your favorite hat. Or buy, I bought a Milwaukee and then I bought another Milwaukee hat. And I made sure it fit before I bought it. buy the bump cap. If you bump your head, I'm 6'6". If you bump your head at any time in your life, whilst working in attics, anywhere, in basements, in someone's dining room while their table is not in there, and you hit your head on that chandelier, that's what I'm talking about. Bump cap. I've been pretty rough on mine, and I got to tell you, the only reason I'm rough on it is because I hit my head everywhere. Right? I used to wear like a bandana. I used to grow my hair out, wear a bandana, and wear like another bandana on top for extra padding, and I still got bumps on my damn head. So bump cap made my head less bumpy. It also maybe stopped some of the crazy thoughts that have been pervading my existence, and literally is what created this channel. Banana, nana, banana, banana, nana, nana, ha ha, banana. Buy the banana if you want a cool tanto blade. I love a tanto blade. I love a tanto blade. Sorry. Yeah, and if you want a cool knife from Milwaukee, don't buy the Milwaukee. That's not fast back. That's a slow back knife. Buy the Clementine at a Klein Tools. It is a flick in, flick out. It is a fast back. Goes back fast. And it has the most capable wire cutters I've ever seen on a freaking knife ever. This wire stripper strips 14, 12, perfect. 14.2, 12.2. I've used it mostly for like doing switches. It's about $20 for the knife. But I'm telling you, just that convenience right there. It's out Milwaukee, Milwaukee. And I gotta say, Milwaukee has made some strange decisions lately. I'm not upset with them. I buy plenty of their products. I have a whole bag of Milwaukee tools right here. I bought the M12s, $200. By the way, they're normally $200, folks. When they go on sale on 4th of July, they jack the price up for 3 or 4 weeks. They're normally $200. I paid $160 for my 5-tool set, and yeah, I had a perk, and I gave all the money to Pops, and he just went up there and got it with his military discount, because God bless America. Not to mention, Pops was kind of interested too. He was like, he wasn't interested in this, okay? He was not interested in this. What he was interested in was this. And I told him, for what? As a saw or a marital aid? He chuckled. He got the joke. But yeah, that's it's not a bad tool. I've used it twice. You can tell I've been using it. See? I don't show people tools that I'm gonna probably endorse this stupid thing at some point, but I'll tell you to buy the brushless, the fuel. Spend the extra money. If this is the only tool you want, spend the extra money. Don't buy the regular M12. But this is capable. If you're out there, if you're gardening, if you're doing like pruning the hedges of many small villages, then this might be your jam. This is actually not bad. It's got a battery indicator, which surprised the crap out of me how good it is. All you gotta do is hit the button, right? And when I say hit the button, I think you gotta just kind of turn the light on. Right there, right there. Like, you gotta like activate it. Just kind of like depress the detent on the friggin' switch. It's called trigger discipline, people. Learn it with your drills. Learn it with your saws. You have discipline on your finger. You should have it with a gun. You should have it with your tools. Sorry. And then the other thing that Pops was kind of interested in was this. Hold on, let me pull this battery. Sorry. It's this. The auto wrench. We used to have an auto wrench a while back. It was a skill auto wrench. It wasn't bad. Essentially the same deal. Just was battery. It was built in. And you had to put it into its dock. And the dock, basically, the battery and dock friggin' died or something. One of those two died. But not a bad little friggin' go after it. Regular price is $200. They might be depleted in stock right now. So when it comes back into stock, it might be $250, and they're gonna go on a sale at some point. So all I'm saying is, like, you gotta like watch the prices. They've been $200 for 5 tools from Milwaukee. M12s. They're not fuel. They're just regular lithium ion. 1.5 amp hour. You know, do you like the tool? Do you not like the tool? Would you rather have the slimmer version or the brushless one? These are all things I want to know for myself, so I just want to report everything to you guys at some point. So that's going to be one of the first wave of the actual first big, like, I'm going to do some, like, minutes that are, or some videos that are more than 3 minutes and that are turned landscape. So that's coming soon. I just got to get Sam on board, which I know he is. And we got to get out of that house, right? It's like, that's like the Monster House, right? Y'all seen that movie, right? Monster House? So that's actually a movie I've seen at the Walmart. One night I'm really fucking stoned and I'm out there and I'm watching friggin' Monster House. And that one in Monsters versus Aliens. I remember I watched both of those movies in its entirety while standing in a Walmart. Don't ask me why. I remember at some point in my life, it was really hard to come home. So I'm happy to come home every night and then do these cheers videos, these little lives, man. I think the lives are just fun. Like have fun, people. That's what I keep saying. It's like the motto of the channel: have fun and find the tools that make your job fun. That's a good way to put it. That's all I'm saying. Cheers. I gotta drink that. I said it twice. I think I got one more beer in there. I'm gonna have that one more beer, and then I'm gonna leave you guys. But I'm telling you, I'm always here. I'm always trying to put out at least 1 or 2 videos a day. My regular schedule, when I get back to it, will likely be 5 videos a day, because I love this way more than I love doing like stupid work. But reality is I have work right now, and as bad as my legs are right now, because I have literally no motor control over them. One of my ankles is swollen from impact. Yes, impact, as in up and down, and then the other one is all lanked out because I had to rip up a bunch of stuff on floors. I had to do it in a day, and I had to do it in one night. It was disgusting. I hated it. It was one of the worst moments of my life. I have to convey that to my boss at some point. He's not my boss. That guy will never be my boss. Sorry. My client. Should say my client. But yeah, that guy will never be my boss. He knows I know way more about it than him. And then he comes on site and he's like, hey, I'm going to do something. We're like, do trim paint? I was like, all right, do the trim paint. Right? I leave him alone because I don't want him to mess with me and what I'm doing or what the other guys are doing, what Sam and Pops are doing. They're painting rooms, okay? And then I start looking the next day at his trim out, and I'm like, damn, man, this guy's really good at trimming out. Yeah, he's got to use tape, but that's not bad, right? Like, I don't have a problem with tape users, right? People who use too much tape to trim out. I just trim out with my hand, right? I do cuts and trims with my hand. I don't use tape. Most times they're straight as an arrow. That's the funny part. I've only been doing it for 20 years, really. If Julio's still here, I can say I think painting, house painting and stuff, like not the interior, the exterior, but the interior, is a very zen kind of thing. You kind of like find a little peaceful moment in your life where you're just like, roll, 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 load, roll, 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 and you like load, roll, roll, load. And it's just like this little chug that you get going to. And I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. But it's also not my favorite thing to do for an entire month. Like tiptoes, because I don't need a ladder to do like the top of a wall. I'm 6'6", so just kind of tiptoe a little bit. But this job, it made me friggin' break out every single short stool we had, including the one that I could never stand on because I always weighed like 300 pounds. Now I weigh like 225 after the 2 months of YouTube and this house. Not just YouTube, I also quit drinking soda and I also changed my diet. Like I started eating like more greens and stuff, and then I stopped eating fast food. I was spending $8 on fast food, right? I go to the Waffle House, I buy a sausage cheese biscuit, right? Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. It's like $5. I enjoy a cup of coffee, $5.50, $5.75 or whatever at the Waffle House on my way to work. It's really nice. It's been the best thing recently. Man, I used to go to McDonald's and get like a friggin' disgusting biscuit, like what was it, like 2 patties of meat with like 3 pieces of cheese and like 2 pieces of egg on 1 biscuit or whatever, right? You could order that on the kiosk or whatever when the kiosk first came out. And I remember I used to buy that, and I always felt like crap midday, and I always wondered why. So I quit McDonald's. I stopped having McDonald's, right? And then I went out one day and I had a biscuit, and I was like, man, this is like a sugar cake. I can taste the sugar in it, right? Because I hadn't had sugar in like a week. And I was like, I did not realize how sweet this is. It's like sweet and salty and savory, and it's like the perfect mix of the three. But I've never noticed how sweet it is, right? I'm telling you folks, like, dude, I like to wake up in the morning. I like to cook a little bit of egg. I like to, like, you know, put a little, dude, cook it loose just like they do at Waffle House, man. When it gets like kind of middle ground, throw the egg in, or throw the cheese on top, let it melt, and then scramble a little bit more. And it comes out just like friggin', like Gordon Ramsay says, I guess, you know, like you be careful with it. You just cook it on really low heat, right? Like take your time with it, you know, and you know, it's just a really good friggin' experience. You cook your own friggin' breakfast, you brew your own coffee, you know what you're putting in your body. I know that sounds like, you know, some friggin' hippie shit, but dude, I still eat sausages and stuff, right? Like, dude, like I got the friggin' frozen sausages. I just cook a couple of those up. They're way better than the friggin' McDonald's ones. That's all I'm saying. Like, they taste better. They don't taste sweet to me for some reason because they're not like infused with sugar, right? Like just the sausage patty on that damn friggin' McDonald's biscuit is super sweet, okay? The reason why is because sage is not that sweet. It's not a very delicious thing to put in sausage. And like a straight up sage sausage, I friggin' hate. So I can't stand it. But at the same time, people, I literally start at a place where I'm skeptical at everything. So I try it, and then if I don't like it, I probably will never try it again. Although I gotta say, like, saying that does not mean too much, because I remember having like sushi once, and I didn't like it, and then I remember having sushi another time, and it was better, and then I had sushi the third time, and I was like, okay, I can see why people are. I like wasabi a whole lot. I think wasabi is so dope, like real deal wasabi, not like horseradish sauce. Horseradish sauce makes me sick, yo. Shit makes it like horsey sauce. Ugh. Anyway, sorry, I'm tearing out. But like, dude, Walmart's a very special place. The reason why I love it is because you can, like, if you're in the right area, you can drive to any different Walmart and find 7 different types of Walmarts, right? Like I said, I bought like some of these tools that I talk about up at a really nice Walmart. I've been to another Walmart where all the tools are put behind a friggin' case, especially all the Hart ones. And I'm like, yo, hey, do you know that Hart is not like a premium brand, right, Walmart? Like, it's your brand, sure, right? And I'm interested in seeing what the hell they're about. But at the same time, you know, a $50 friggin' tool, you know, you can go down to the Harbor Freight. It's right down the road, right? They've got it for $45. That's the problem here. Is like you're competing with someone that you don't know you're competing with. So all the hyper tough stuff, right? Is I've noticed they've realized that they're competing with Harbor Freight. So all the hyper tough stuff is starting to get upgrades. And the reason I know that is because tomorrow's video is all hyper tough crap. It's a first impressions and then a 15-second review. And there's probably a music one, probably like early in the morning tomorrow. So I know that's what I have in the bank right now. I also know that I have some that are just lost in my phone that I have to go back and look through. So yeah, try to get the mosquitoes. Come on. The mosquitoes. They are not welcome in the mosquito rooms. Anyway, cheers. But yeah, like I said, uh, these things. I buy things on clearance, okay? Now, did I used to sell things on eBay a lot? Yeah. Do I always buy to sell on eBay? No, I do still occasionally. But not, like I said, I got to set up a whole account for anything I might want to sell you guys out of this place. But this is a $6 bottle opener out of Lowe's, and I saw them on sale for $1.65, so I bought 3 of them. And Pops is saying, why? And I said, well, the value proposition of owning one for $6 is great. I like that. I'm fine with that, okay? The value proposition of owning 3 for less than $6 is even better in my brain. And he goes, why? I said, because I can give these things to people who I know drink excessively, especially multiple Colton domestic, but import, right? Because they always have these pop tops. I know a couple people. This is what I'm trying to get after. I don't know how big Josh rolls, but if he likes root beers, he might get one. I don't know. I gotta hit him up. I gotta make sure that everything I send that dude is right. Because that folding saw that's going out to him, you can find it, I think, online. He said he found it online for $30. I found it local at Lowe's on clearance, $20. So you might get lucky out at your local Lowe's if you're looking for a pole saw. It's a folding type. It's a really good item. It's got a little lockback stop, and then and it's got robot parts. Robot parts. You see the robot parts? They are up in your face. Everyone loves the robot parts. Yes. And then it clamps down onto the hook, and I don't want to close it all the way because there is one flaw in it. Is that this little guy here is hard to pull back out. But for $20, for essentially like a high quality, 2 different TPI sides. That's a 17. That's a 710. So having the 2 options on a pole saw is a really nice thing. I think they're aping a Stanley product that used to be made out of Japan, just like this. This is made in China. Okay, so like anyone's like Chinesium, just cool your jets, dude. Spend less money, buy the Chinesium. Maybe one day you make enough furniture, you buy the friggin' Japanese one. That's all I'm trying to say. From the old master or whatever. Come on. Don't think that life isn't a progressive thing, because it is. If you think you're going to get everything tomorrow, then maybe you won't. Maybe you will. Doesn't matter if you do. You just have to remember that the longer it takes for you to get to where you want to go, the better you're going to be when you get there. Can't stress that enough. Bump cap. Buy a bump cap. Buy an insert. A bump cap insert on Amazon. Buy measure your head. Make sure that your head will measure to it. I have been wearing mine every day like a regular cap. I hit my head on the truck when I get out. I'm tall AF. Bump cap. You're working in... See, 2 people left. They're going to go make their life friggin' better by buying bump caps. It happens every time I say something. Don't feel bad, people. I just hope they come back and subscribe. But no, because my life is pretty tough being tall. 6'6", being in the world. No one built anything for me. I have jauntily jumped through a doorway and hit my head multiple times in my life. Oh, hey, boom, and like wrecked my neck for a week. I'm on this job right now. I've put some things in tall people places I probably shouldn't have, and I keep hitting my head when I walk into the house. I don't care anymore. Bump cap. I don't care. It's not a concern to me anymore. I can work more efficiently. I don't have to go, fudge. I sit there rubbing my head or put ice on it from the friggin' cooler or whatever, right? Bump cap. Make your life better. Life's dangerous, sure. Don't get a helmet. No one wants you to get a helmet. No one wants you to wear a helmet around. Okay? If you gotta wear a hard hat, that's a hard hat. That's usually an OSHA thing, okay? But if you're in someone's house, you're in their crawl space, you're in their attic, a bump cap is going to save your head. I don't care what your height is. You're 5'4". You're one of the shortest dudes. You can just walk around in an attic space. Cool. That's awesome. I love it for you. But I'm gonna be real. You're gonna hit your head eventually, because roof girders. What am I saying? I am drunk. I will admit that. And I also lost blood a couple streams ago, which was not the fault of a knife that I was tossing around. It was actually the fault of a caster on that friggin' T-stack friggin' rolling cart that I love so much. There's a video on that up on the channel. There's a video on almost everything I talk about, including the bump cap. Go check out the stuff I do. Everything is either funny, entertaining, or it's designed to help you. So, because the only way I've ever done this for myself is by doing it for myself. Now I'm here on YouTube, I do it for other people. This is my goal in life. I want to tell you, dude, no one ever friggin' told you to live the way you live, right? If you don't like your life, you can just change that, right? Right? Just start saving money instead of spending it, right? Start changing your life, right? Okay? Like, you want to save money. Don't drink as much soda. Have one a day and drink a bunch of water, right? Here's the thing. I've noticed that the thing that changed my life is when I get hungry, half the time I'm not hungry. I am thirsty. And when I drink a bottle of water and I'm still feeling it, I'm hungry. Amazing thought, right? That the first thing a human might want to go to is to hydrate themselves. And that maybe I might still be thirsty, so I drink a little bit more water, right? And I know if I'm hungry, by the way. It's not the point. Safety first. Thanks, Mobile. I've seen you here, haven't I? Haven't I seen you here, Mobile? Or is that just like a standard thing that happens when certain people are mobile? I don't know. I don't understand the game, but I play it very well. But yeah, no, safety first, yeah. If you don't want to buy the $35 one I bought and the $20 hat that I now use with it, go online, find your size, measure your head, go on Amazon, get a bump cap insert for your hat. The reason I like this particular flex fit is it fits this cap way better than that stupid trucker hat. And that trucker hat just looks like really big on my head. And this just looks like a regular hat for the most part. I mean, it still looks really big, folks. I'm not going to joke. There is a rigid substructure to this thing. It still looks big, okay? It's not, but it looks more normal than the stupid trucker hat, which looked like a, god dang it, friggin' Bobby, like a giant friggin' truck on my head. Like, that's why they call them trucker hats, because they look like a friggin' 16-wheeler on your friggin' dome piece, y'all. Don't mess with them. Well, unless you're Pamela or Tommy Lee or like, something like that. Cheers! But yeah, tonight I was literally talking about the magic of Walmart. I live in a weird place. Like the place where the Walmart will lock up the $5 knife. You can go to the place where all of the knives are out and about, and you can just basically pick up what you want, except for the ones in the case, like always, okay? Like this one. It's one of my favorite Walmart knives. Hold on, it's right here. Oh yes, I'm drinking. Safety first, Mr. Mobile. Yeah, 100%. I just told you that I literally cut myself the other day on a caster wheel. So, and I bled pretty hard that day. Like I was woozy in the morning. I had to go to work late that day. But no, this is a great fidget toy. It's $10 at Walmart, okay? Okay, it's one of my favorites. You go to one Walmart and they'll lock that up. They'll lock up the $7 knife. I carry 2 of these on my waistline. I call the 2 of these the Akim Boys. Right? Why would I want the Akim Boys? I don't know. Why don't you want Akim Boys? Huh? Why don't you want those? Right? What am I rolling around with in my hat all the time? I don't know. It fell out earlier, so it's right here on the dang table somewhere. It's almost always in my hat. It's an SOG. I think that's a Senti 2. And usually where that sits is right here under the liner, right next to the bump cap. And then when I'm wearing it, it's kind of fairly discreet, but you see a little bump there. But the thing is that I have weird earlobes, okay? So this being on my left ear, by the way, I pick out the pencil off my left ear. I write both left and right, so I keep it up here more often. So maybe look, you can see it kind of bumps. It's kind of providing a little bit of a bump. So there's a utilitarian reason to have that. So I can't use my regular pencil now. The worst part is I always keep like a number 2, but I've been using this lately, the Klein Tools Scribes mechanical pencil, and it's been really good, dude. This has been so precise lately for me. I can't explain how. Like, okay, I used to do like fine art, like drawings, like pencil drawings and stuff, and I always used a mechanical. I used 5/7s and like a big lead one like this, okay? And the big lead one I had to order like custom from Japan. But yeah, there it is. And that's got a full axe pencil lead. Like a real pencil lead in it, right? It has a sheath. The sheath lives in your pouch. You pull the pencil out of the sheath. Oh, yeah, that's right. You should load it back on the other way. Hold on. And then when you load these, if you buy one, if you load these, know that there's a keyway on this. Know that there's a keyway. You're going to try and jam it down there, and you're going to be like, what the heck? Know that there's a keyway. But I would expect nothing less from Klein Tools. They are very meticulous about their design, I've noticed. It's like I said, Milwaukee's fastback is not very fast back anymore. Okay? You see that action? That's not fast back. But the Clementine that Klein Tools puts out is 100% out fast backing with the flick blading. It's the best knife I've ever had for work. These wire strippers are the most capable wire strippers I've ever had on a freaking knife blade. I don't know how to explain this to people. It's about a $20 knife. If you do anything like changing plugs, handyman stuff, helping people, whatever you're doing, okay? Habitat for Humanity. I don't know who you are. You Jimmy Carter out there? This is a ghost of Jimmy Carter in the stream? I don't know. But my point is, that is a very capable electrician's knife, but it is also the most amazing wire strippers on a blade. It's the K11. The K12 is a utility knife. That's a wholly endorsed knife by the channel also. Although the Pops knife is not this anymore. The Pops knife is a heart knife. That is the K12. And the thing about the K12 is it does that. So these two tools, if you're an electrician, might be your jam. Okay? But if you don't want this and you want a multi-tool, hey, that might be your jam too. You see what I'm saying? Every single one of these has some delicious design aspect that I can appreciate for the rest of my life. This one just out-appling the freaking Apple Boy. Okay? Look, Banana does its own thing. Banana is its own life. Banana's cool. I like Banana. Banana's one of my favorite... you gotta do the little flicky bit. Banana's one of my favorite things. It's designed to be slow back. I like Banana. It's like $15 for Banana. Okay? Banana's nice. And it's a Tanto blade! For God's sakes, that's a very utilitarian thing to use if you're a woodworker or a carver, any of that stuff. If you do any real carpentry, if you're plugging holes with dowels. A Tanto blade. Get right up against the wood. You keep it sharp right top there. Although I beat the crap out of the top of this. And I do plan to start sharpening knives here on stream at some point because I do have a delicious new knife sharpener block, and I am probably picking up the rotary jam when I get paid. But that knife, just the fact that it freaking outdoes the one blade that it's supposed to do this. This, everybody knows. I hate this one because of the handle. It put blisters on my fingers. It put blisters in my fingers. That's what Milwaukee does, right? It's that's their thing, right? Am I wrong? I guess I'm wrong. No, it's okay. But here's Klein doing their thing, right? And then here's Milwaukee doing the same thing that Cobalt's doing. Cobalt has a knife that's practically identical. Okay? I'm gonna save a couple bucks on that. Go buy the Cobalt one. Like, it just bugs me that that's how you open it, one thing. And the second thing is how you close it. One thing to open it. Boom. One thing to close it. Boom. Same with these tools. Oh, and then this one with the multi-tool on it. Although I don't like the fact that it doesn't lock back, but apparently you can just tighten that up a little bit, and it'll be a little bit better for you. But this one and this one both have a detent stop at 45 degrees. You know, like a big work knife or a carpet knife or whatever. Okay. Klein is killing it, y'all. Klein is like I don't know how to say it. Like I can't say Knipex, right? Because everyone thinks Knipex is a god. I guess like you could say it's almost god level. It's nice demigod level of dope toolness that's coming out of Klein right now. Have I pulled every Klein tool that I've ever wanted to buy? No, not yet. Actually, there's a whole bunch of Klein stuff. Like and subscribe, people. There's a whole bunch of stuff. All I need is financing. All I need is a little bit of extra money. And I'll spend it all on the stupid channel. That's the worst part. But the bump cap, it saved my existence, y'all. It's why I tout it so heavily. Look, I could talk about a buck 119 all day. This buck 119, I paid $50 for it. It's a $75 knife. Why do I want a buck 115? Everybody knows that's the Scream knife. That's the Scream knife. Bump cap. I talk about the bump cap more than I talk about one of the most exciting Scream knives, the screen used knives of the 90s and 2000s. Okay? This is probably one of my favorite knives I own. Not to mention, it's a Scream knife. It's the close-up for Scream. It's 119. 110 was the long shot. Go listen to the commentary. And we already went through this in chat one night. Okay? Could talk about that all day. But I talk about the bump cap way more. I say bump cap way more than I say Scream knife. That's all I'm saying.
What's your favorite scary movie? You know? This summer, Wes Craven reinvents horror.
Dude, everyone remembers that stupid movie, right? That's a great friggin' movie. If you haven't seen that movie, take that as your next friggin' watch, y'all. You should watch that stupid movie. It's insanely good. I don't know how to explain how, like, if you've ever seen one horror movie, Scream will literally friggin' just replace that in your brain. Like, I love, like, Friday the 13th. One of my favorite movies of all time. By the way, no Jason in that movie. Not to the end, right? Okay? But Scream, it said, hey, you know all that stuff you know about horror movies? Well, maybe you shouldn't do it. And then everyone in this stupid movie does it. The best part is Scary Movie is like essentially the same story, but everyone doing stupider shit. So take from that what you will. I'm telling you, Scream is a great movie, and I would happily carry any buck knife on my belt, in my pocket. Folding. It's a 119. No, it's a 120. That's the long shot one or something. The 110 is a folding knife. That's right. Okay. I get them all confused sometimes. They do numbers. Numbers is not my deal. Okay. Although I can definitely do like math in the air. Bump cap. Go get a bump cap insert. That's a cool idea. They have a nice roller toolbox system. They have a great toolbox system, actually. I've been looking at it a whole lot, and so does Flex. Flex has a dope one too. Out of Lowe's, yeah. Right now, I am using T-Stack and Versus Stack by what is it? T-Stack is DeWalt. Versus Stack is Craftsman. They're all Stanley Black & Decker, which is still an American conglomeration, so at least you're bringing the money back home at some point. Because they run Mac Tools, they run a bunch of other, and then they also like run Japanese tool companies and some other things too. Because like my first pry bar, okay, like I sharpen these bars. I buy the $5 bar, I sharpen them up. They are really good with trim. Although I'm starting to feel like this is probably a good combination. Mark your stud, put your piece, take your hammer and tap that into your trim, and put your get a thin bar. In my opinion, no bar is thin on the market right now. I know where to buy a brand new one of the first ones I bought. It's like right here. Or right here. It's right there. It's a Stanley, and it said Japanese pry bar. Look how thin that is. And I've had to sharpen it a couple times, but not like crazy, okay? So I buy the cheap ones, and I sharpen them up now because this is like too much nostalgia for me to get rid of. And I need to go buy a brand new one. And I know exactly where to get it because they have them in stock. They've had them there for like years. They just won't flush their stock. They're like an old school friggin' lumber yard. They have like a 100-year lease with the railroad. It's kind of crazy thing. Capital City Tools. If you're in Raleigh, check them out. I live nowhere near them. That's the worst part, because I live near Raleigh and I live nowhere near them. But you put that behind against your trim. You knock it in a little bit. Put this. You start pulling your trim, and as soon as the caulk starts like popping, turn it sideways slightly, and then just start drawing it against the caulk. It's sharpened. Cuts your caulk right out. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this one I bought in a kit at Walmart, and I don't like it that much because this mars the wall. But they make a flat bar kind of thing that does the exact same thing on Amazon. I think it's $4, or you can buy like 10 for like $20 or something. But they're essentially this, but they don't have this molded handle on them. So I'm going to buy some of those soon and see if that works better, because they come with paracord, so you can just take the paracord off, or you leave whatever amount of paracord you want. Or paracord is much less likely, in my brain, to mar a drywall surface. See what I'm saying? At least at first. And then if you know one of these local dudes who does the paracord thing, who does that whole knot stuff, like that's their deal, right? Whatever. Then you know you've got it covered. Just replace the paracord, and then it stops marring the wall. You see what I'm trying to say? Make your life better by finding the right tool for the job. Even if the right tool for the job seems like the wrong tool for the job, for trimming and pulling trim and pulling baseboards. The hard part I try to explain to people, my favorite belt loop item. See, people leave as soon as I say something like that. Go check this out. And then they go leave. My favorite belt loop is the, I did a video on it. It's my belt's here somewhere. Look, it's the Tough Belt air gun holster, and I tell people, I'm like, that's not an air gun holster. That's an everything. It holds everything. Okay. Today I'm running my my belt. I got just my knife stuff on, not my hammer today, because I'm cutting Formica tops. And every cut has to be perfect. Everything has to be planned. Everything has to be meticulous. It would cost me $200 out of my next paycheck if I screw this up, so I'm not going to, okay? Meticulously trying to work that together. Then I have my belt, and on my belt is this, right here. It's the Tough Belt air gun holder. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, that doesn't hold an air gun. That holds everything. Okay? How do you know it holds everything? I don't know. It kind of does. It holds everything. How many knives do you want to carry today? Pops is old one. Pops never has a clip. How many knives do you want to carry today? 2, 3, 4, 10. Is this a air gun holster, or is it a hammer loop? Oh, that's 100% a hammer loop, y'all. That's a hammer loop. I don't know if you've ever seen a hammer loop, but that's a hammer loop. It's an everything holder. Stop telling me what to do with these things, Tough Belt. Stop putting labels on things that you know hold everything. You know this will hold this. You know this will hold this. You know this will hold this at the same time. Even if you had to like kind of find a funky way to do it. Every tool you ever want. By the way, at this point, I'd probably put the harness over the thing. But look, that's the channel hammer, by the way. Milwaukee 12 ounce. See, it's got my own personal name on there, Eddie. This is my hammer. And if you can tell, I've used the living crap out of it. I love this hammer. It does not hurt my elbow. Does not hurt my shoulder. It does not hurt my wrist at the end of the day. By the time I get done pounding a couple nails, 10 nails, 20 nails, 30 nails, I do not feel as bad as I ever did with a composite or a wood handle. This grip does something special. And this coming from a guy who has a $50 Stanley tuning fork in the handle. That was when I was framing, and I got that off a buddy. I'm telling you that is one of the better ones that I ever had. Is XVS or something, XVZ or something. But no, this guy, 12 ounces. You're not swinging 16 ounces. You're not swinging 22 ounces. You know, most people, when they buy a hammer, I know a bunch of people buy 10-ounce hammers, and I'm like, I didn't even know a 10-ounce hammer existed. And apparently they come predominantly in pink, and I don't know why. Because this nice, feminine-looking and manly-looking hammer at 12 ounces is better than a 10-ounce hammer, in my opinion. Not to mention, it's a sexy beast. Look at the freaking little lines. Look at that. Look at the nape of the neck. Look at how small that is. Look how micro-sized it is. This was actually a recommended to the channel by a subscriber. This is what I'm saying. Recommended tool. Something changed your life? I'd love to friggin' hear about it. It is dude, it's one of the best hammers I've ever carried. I don't know how to explain that, okay? Like, at the end of the day, right? Like, right hand, left hand. I use both, doesn't matter, okay? Whichever arm I predominantly use, I can tell. Because I have a crick right in my shoulder every single time. Now, how do I stop that? Well, I have this dope friggin' hammer, but it's like a 22-ounce hammer. And just the fact that it's 22 ounces is enough to actually make my arm hurt. But 12 ounce. Now, I bought one of these for Pops for Father's Day. Pops. See, Pops, if you put it in your left hand, it says Pops. But Eddie's, if you put it in your right hand, it says Eddie. I keep mine on my right. He always keeps it on the left. He's a lefter. Although we're both ambidextrous, don't get me wrong. And he will not accept that from me. I'm like, Dad, you're ambidextrous. I don't know why you kept saying you're left-handed. Yeah, you're right with your left hand, but that doesn't mean you're left-handed. I was like, well, okay. I've never seen you write with your left hand. I was like, E-D-I-E. There you go. And they're like, well, it looks like shit. I was like, so does your handwriting, so shut up. Both have a good laugh, you know what I'm saying? Look, Pops has a great sense of humor, so, and he's one of my best friends. He can't deny me a couple of jabs at his side. And then occasionally he'll goose me with something that surprises the crap out of me. So, you know, it's not only a good finish hammer, it's a pretty good framing out hammer. So the story behind the 12-ounce hammer is Pops bought a house in New York. It was before I was born. Or it was around when I was born. But it was a little bit before that. But at some point they said, well, we need more room. So we're going to expand the bedroom, and we're going to make a little bit bigger of a place, and then we're going to expand the kitchen. We're going to do an add-on. So Dad goes out to this lumber yard. He buys, and he's using like a 1982 S10 pickup in 1984, you know? So he picks up like friggin' half a ton of lumber. He picks up, I don't know, friggin' 10 pounds, 20 pounds of nails. And he buys a brand new, no, it was an Irwin leather grip, classic 12 ounce. We have one around here, I think. I think we have the exact model, like that they still make today, with a leather grip and everything. By the way, I want to take this one, when Pops passes away, I want to hang that with a chain, or like a lanyard, under a box that says break in case of emergency on the old one. Good joke. Anyway, but the guy at the store says, 12-ounce hammer, what the heck are you going to do with that? Well, hold on, New York. 12-ounce hammer, man, what the hell are you going to... Nah, see, man, I'm trying too hard to be southern here. This is southern where I live, so, okay. Hey, 12-ounce hammer, what are you going to do with that, man? You can't build nothing with that, you know, like that kind of thing. He's in New York, okay? And my pop says to the guy, he goes, picks it up with his left hand, he says, if you give me a 12-ounce hammer, I'll build you a damn house. right? And everyone in the whole friggin' the whole store just starts breaking out laughing. And no one ever friggin' like said anything to my pops about anything again, because the next time he showed up, he had Polaroids, 12-ounce hammer. That's my pops. That's who I am, kind of, right? Like when he was in his 30s, 40s, like this is why he friggin' did not like me for a long time, because in my 20s I was just like him, or just like his brother, and his brother raised him. God bless, man. I miss Uncle Ed. Holy crap. I never thought like losing someone who's like, you know, like an uncle or something would be like that hard on me. So I'm just saying, you know, like I miss every moment that we could have had too, you know. It's like fucking stupid, right? Sorry. I don't mean to curse. I don't know, you know, like it's like people say, what's your religion? I was like, I don't know, man, really? I'm just a really good guy, and then I'll figure it out when I get there. It's how I live my life. That's probably gonna have to like fucking end it, you know? Like, I'm there helping someone die of a heart attack because someone crazy did something. Hmm? Right there, right next to me, turn the electricity on. I got 140 volts or 220 or whatever. I mean, the reality is, like, I'd love to bleed out on a stream with a knife through my hand. Dude, hey, Pops, see, this is why I try to do Pops videos, right? Pops hates doing those. By the way, there is a series coming up. It's going to be secret stories. Basically, we're going to secretly record Pops a couple times to get his stories down. And, yeah. Those will probably be audios, but I think I'm going to work on getting some pictures and stuff together of him when he was younger. I got a bunch of them already. But, you know, like, here's the reality, okay? He's 77 years old this year, next year, whatever, 78, somewhere in there. He's still willing to climb a ladder, still willing to swing a hammer at the top of a 30-foot one, still willing to, like, reach too far and hang on the ladder to paint something. Although I will admit, he was the first guy who told me, maybe tape that paint brush to a stick. So, yeah, by the way, Mobile, it sounds like you had a good relationship with him. I mean, honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, that's a privilege, dude. People don't get that. Most people hate their dads or whatever, don't know their dads or whatever, stuff like that, right? But if you got to be friends with them, that's a privilege. You get that? I mean, I see it as that every day. The reality is, like, yes, I'm also watching him die while I'm doing it, but cheers. Because I've had plenty of scotches with that guy. I've made him drink some of the finest scotches in the world. Do you think I regret any of that? Because he only drinks cheap shit. So when I brought home like a $50 bottle of something, he was like, oh man, this is really good, right? Or one Christmas, my buddy Randall, shout out to Randall. He's the guy who bought me one of the best Christmas gifts ever. It's a hanging, it's like a wall hanger. It's a Halo sword, like the elite Halo sword. But yeah, I think a year later, Randall brought him like $150 bottle of scotch. And we enjoyed the living crap out of that. I had like 3 drinks out. I was like, no, I've got plenty of time to drink the most amazing scotches in my life, Dad. But you don't. Drink the rest of this bottle. Drink it when you get home. Enjoy every single dripping, smooth, ghost-like flavor of it that you can. So, cheers, people. I am trying to drink this. And it's 2 in the morning. I'm officially hitting the hooker and vampire crowd, y'all. Shout out to my hookers and vampires. I know you're just getting off of work or you're about to go feed. I hope it works out for you, you know? Some people might actually be going to work. I mean, like, maybe you're getting some rest if you're a hooker. I don't know. But, no, seriously, buy a bump cap. If you're in the trades, you do handyman stuff, you're tall, and you just want to live your life without hitting your head when you get out of your truck. Buy the bump cap. You don't have to buy the Milwaukee one. You can go buy it on Amazon. You can buy an insert and put it in your favorite hat. Just make sure you measure your hat, measure your head before you buy the insert on Amazon, because Amazon has very specific things, and I'm trying to find the right one for my head. And I have a large noggin, so yeah, well, on top of a 6'6" tall frame, so certainly, surely, and certainly, sorry, I'm not trying to invent words here, people. Surely and certainly, I definitely need a bum cap almost regularly for my regular life. So if you're working in attics, crawl spaces, a hat with a bum cap insert. You don't like Milwaukee, you like something else, you like a Hurley hat. You want to wear your Hurley hat that you love so much, your lucky hat. Go find an insert that fits it. Just measure the hat, measure your head. Yeah, the air gun holder by Tough Belt, it doesn't hold air guns, it holds everything. Stop saying what this is to me, Tough Belt. Okay? I get it. That is a bit of a knife pouch, but I could probably, I don't know, put my favorite mechanical pencil in there for making marks when I'm out on the job. The scribes. By the way, I'm gonna check out the Ox when I get paid. And I've been told to check out the Ox. But this has been very good to me. I like it because it's triangular. It's anti-round, so it doesn't roll. And I did a video about the markers that everyone's putting out. Klein is the only one who puts out a triangular marker, and it's got a nice grip up. See? It's got a beautiful little grip up. Right there. Right at the top. And then when you go scoring stuff, it's way easier. Man. You know. And then the clip tech system. Okay, you load your belt. Okay, you have nothing on your belt. By the way, I use that for pulling trim. You have nothing on your belt. When you load your belt on, I need the knife pouch today. Hook it on, boom, it's hooked. Hey, I need my hammer holster, or my hammer loop, or my bag with the hammer loop. They just clip right on, and then you can buy extra of these. They're fairly inexpensive, but these, if you look, hold on. Okay, they have mount points. They have pin points. So if you don't want them to move on the belt, you could do pins. You could do a couple screws. You could do a bunch of things. Now you could also mount them on a surface, and then when you want to come home and organize everything, take your tool, put it up on that mounted surface, and then click it in, and then start making sure all your tools are in each place. See what I'm trying to say? Yeah, actually, it is a tape measure holder. It's everything. It holds knives. It holds my DeWalt tools. Amazing with the little belt clips that go on the bottom here. This one doesn't have it because it's a really old drill. And the reason I keep it there is because I get asked more about this stupid drill than almost everything else on the table usually. That is my first DeWalt drill that I bought in the 20-volt system. So that's got to tell you how old that is. It's probably about 20 years old now. No, it's not my first, it's my second. My first is over on the bench. But that's a slightly smaller one. It's a, no, it's in kit 2. Actually, I keep that one on me, the slightly smaller one. I think that one's about 12, 15, it's about 17 years old compared to that. That's 20, the other one's about 17. It was about 3 years before they made a smaller version. And then when the Atomic came out, we bought the Atomic all day. We were like, yo, we need to try the Atomic. And I think at the time we were doing a bunch of decks and like fences and stuff. So we bought just a friggin' impact driver. We did not buy like the 2-pack of that. Pretty sure we bought tool only as well. So, but yeah, it holds everything, dude. It holds every single thing that most people carry on the job site. If your tool, let's say, has a hook built into it, right? Where's this one? You're carrying a Milwaukee. It's got a hook built into it. It holds your Milwaukee because the hook is a perfect thing to hang right there. It holds everything. It's not for air guns, people. Although it does air guns. I'm not gonna lie, it does air guns, but to limit the everything holder to air gun pisses me off. Tough Belt, call it the everything holder. Call it the drop harness or something really cool. Call it something else other than air gun holder. It does more than that. And like, I will fight. Dude, people are like, use the right tool for the right job. No, sometimes I've learned over the years, the wrong tool is the perfect friggin' tool for the job. Sometimes it's the tool you have at your hand. Like, I don't know, $3 pry tool, or a $1.25 screwdriver that you see immediately as a chisel. Don't let people talk crap. I've used plenty of screwdrivers as chisels. Don't let people talk trash. If you want the chisel ones with the stupid thing all the way through, go do it. It's cool. I'm not gonna stop you. But for $1.25, I'm gonna ruin this thing as a chisel. I don't care. It's $1.25. Okay. I'm gonna give you all a little sneak peek. A lot of people just dipped. This is my purchase. I think it's a high value purchase in many ways. That's coming out tomorrow. So fucking subscribe and stay tuned. It's like a $20, less than $20 screwdriver set. I think I spent an extra $2.50 and an extra $10, and everything was under $30 for an entire screwdriver set. How is that possible? I don't know. Probably because there's way too many tools out there, y'all. Like, if you want cheap tools that you can use for whatever, sometimes the wrong tool is the right job. So one I have, I'm gonna use it as a chisel. It's $1.25. $1.25 chisel. It's $1.25 screwdriver. It's $1.25 pry bar. Okay. This air gun holster, it holds everything. It doesn't hold air guns. It holds everything. Everything holster. Okay. The point I'm trying to make here is like, this thing right here in my hand is a beautiful thing. It is a $119. It's a $75 to $80 knife, depending on where you're buying it. Okay. And depending on what region you're buying it. But I got to tell you, that is the Scream knife, right? What's your favorite scary movie, right? You know, this summer, Wes Craven destroys your dang mind with your mom sitting right next to you. Why did you bring your mom to Scream? Like, my point is like, I bought that for $50. Just keep your eyes open. 119. It was all the close-up shots for the 119. The 120 is slightly longer, and it's all the long shots. It's a beautiful thing. Is it a great tool? Yes. Is it the tool I need for the job sometimes? Yes. Am I going to pull out my favorite thing, the Klein Clementine? Which, by the way, I don't keep on there. I keep it right here on this Clip Tech one. Right there. Look, this Clip Tech one is amazing. The Clip Tech stuff is great. But Tough Built, sometimes you're just missing out on what you could do. But yeah, this Clip Tech stuff is so good. Load your belt with nothing on it. Pick what you need for the day. If you need to, go back to the truck, pull it out your toolbox or whatever. It's such a good system. I have that. I usually carry a hammer holster. In the hammer holster, I have my Camulus Sledge. That is a multi-tool in many ways. It has a rasp, it has a chisel edge, and it has a knife. $20. Home Depot, Camulus Sledge. I cut the belt clip off. Okay, so it would fit in there. The channel hammer. Okay, reduced all of the issues with my arm, my elbows, my wrist. Pops has one now. He has no issues with his hands. He has carpal tunnel. He's been fighting it. This hammer holster took weeks to get because it's on back order because it's so damn good, y'all. Order it now and then wait the 6 weeks. I did. I'm not joking about that. It's so good. And then while you're waiting, you're gonna find something like this at a Lowe's or whatever, okay? Usually I find them at Lowe's. Home Depot doesn't carry Tough Built. Not a lot of it. They usually have the Magna Catch stuff, which is like totally aping a lot of the style that Tough Built rolls. But you know, on the other end here, what do I keep on the other side, right? I keep a nice utility knife, an easy to get at utility knife. 2 knives, a multi-tool with an extra knife. What's my rule? 3 blades, 2 of them to find, one of them for you to keep. By the way, I roll with a left-handed knife in here in my hat. Usually have it on my left ear. Hold on, it's actually upside down because I've been beating the crap out of this during the stream. But I carry this. It's a Senti 2 by SOG. And the reason I keep it next to my left ear is because that's where I keep my number 2 pencil. It's my backup for when I don't know what I've done with this. Because I am forgetful, I have ADHD, I have a bunch of problems. But none of them are finding a knife or a pencil because little SLG Senti 2 lives in my hat, right next to my ear, and it pushes my ear with weird lobes to a place where I can actually put a pencil in there, and it'll sustain being there for more than, I don't know, an hour, and I don't have to tuck it into my hat or anything. So that is something I just carry. I usually keep these on my waistline, the Kimboys. Pocket knife. I'm just saying, I always have at least, I don't know, half a dozen, six to eight on me. I don't know how to explain that. But I am drying out the Joker bag right now to put all the knives back in. And the Joker bag is a hyper tough product. It's here on the channel. It's a tool roll. And I have a tool roll coming out tomorrow too, which is what I'm saying. It's part of the sneak peek. Boom, sneak peek. Tool roll. I've already done a review on that tool roll, but the stuff inside I have not. So you're getting a 1, 2, and a 3-punch 15-second review. The hard part is always captioning and writing stuff for those things, like the words you put in. Usually I get the energy and the push for the video. Sometimes I don't even put the words in. It's good enough, but reality is, like, I like to put little jokes in to when I say something, and I like talk trash about what I say in the comment of the video, essentially. It's one of my favorite things. I like to kind of do that back and forth thing to myself, where it's like, I'm really smart. Nah, you're really stupid. Nah, it's okay. You can be really stupid. No, you can be really smart too. It's a joke. It's like from the Marx Brothers, right? It's almost from it's like Who's on First. It's like Marx Brothers jokes. Why are you here? Well, why are you here? Well, I don't know. I just came on the bus. It's like, well, so did I. When did you get here? About an hour ago. Well, I got here about 2 hours ago. It's just like weird jokes that have like a dark payoff that have like an hours long friggin' run. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain. Nothing better in my life than a throwback. A good throwback will just make me laugh for a few hours, right? Like okay, one of my bigger videos is like, they say if you give a man a hammer, and all he sees is nails, right? And then I said, well, what if you give him a tack hammer, right? What do people see when they see you? They get crowbars. So like the idea is like just questioning the idea of these sayings that my life has always been revolving around, especially jack of all trades. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oft times yet better than a master of one. That's the entire quote. Okay, it's like the customer is always right in taste and fashion. I'm pretty sure that's the freaking quote. Which means if someone's in your store buying a gigantic hat that no one wants to buy, let them buy the hat. Doesn't mean the customer can trample on you and tell you that you are worthless because you are a retail worker or whatever. That's all I'm trying to say. So I don't treat people like they're in servitude of my existence. I never do that. And I can tell you right now, if you start doing that in your life, if you've been doing something different, you start doing that in your life, people will recognize you everywhere. And then one day you'll shave your face and you'll have to wear a respirator for a month, and you'll lose 60 to 70 pounds. And then people won't notice who you are, and you'll just walk up and they'll be like, who's this creepy dude next to me? I'm like, hey, what's up, Sarah? It's like, oh, what? Dude, you look way different. I'm like, yeah, I know. Okay, cool, whatever. But you didn't even question. You let me walk right up to you. Some weird stranger just walked straight up to you. And the whole point is like, she's like, no, you can't do that to me. She's like, I definitely saw it, I think. Look, my point is like, life is about having fun. Life isn't about toiling over your existence. Although I've told you, like, I've told many people here, I'm telling you, I have a bunch of roller drawers right over there, dude. It's a great friggin' thing, Mobile. They're T-Stack. They're T-Stack and Craftsman's. I actually used that rolling stack of stuff that cut my friggin' foot. I cut my foot on. I used that rolling stack that I cut my foot on to work under the car, so I don't have to get up out from under the car. I just can pull, like, I can like kind of shimmy out, and I can pull the little rolling cart up, pull any of my little Craftsman junky tools that are in there. They're made in Vietnam or whatever. No one likes them or whatever. I don't care. Dude, I got so many tools from the 1970s, say Taiwan on them. Think I care? Dude, and it's some of the best wrenches we've ever had. I can't stress that enough. Like, dude, people have been knocking off wrenches since my pops was buying wrenches. He used to go to a store, like a little bodega down the way, a little off the beaten path, and he used to buy like craftsman looking tools. They were probably second handed. They were probably stamped with Taiwan, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? They were probably BS. They were probably knockoffs, whatever. But we have a bunch of them. And every time we needed a friggin' wrench to modify it, we went down there and we bought it. So now I've seen people say, go to buy a Harbor Freight wrench and then modify that. We've done that too. Do it. Modify the tool. It's your tool. If you need it to do something better than it already does, then do it. Make your life better, people. Don't friggin' settle for anything less than cheers. Drink some beers. And I said I only had one more, but I lied. I have one more after that. So, and I'm going to drink that quick, I think. Hold on a second. Yeah, that foot is disgusting, y'all. The worst part is it's from impact, right? If you keep walking heavy on your foot, it will impact the way that it feels. If you do it every day for a month, and you're stressed, and you're losing weight, and you're having issues, right? Then guess what? It's going to get worse if you don't freaking stop walking around. I'm only learning that lesson for the third or fourth time now, but I also have to get this job done, and I have to push forward in my life. I think this is the last big job I'm ever going to freaking take. I'll take some medium ones, I'll take some small ones. I'll do handyman junk, I'll help people, old ladies, put pictures up or whatever, but I think I'm done with this whole contracting, stress. I had a straight up panic attack. My son, I went out. Now, when I'm stressed, I buy crazy things. I went to a Walmart. It's out of a slightly different area than me, so they sell different things. By the way, that's the magic of Walmart. I bought that for $54 with 2 arrows and a couple extras with some deadly arrow tips, by the way. Of course, I bought some hunting ones because I used to shoot bows. I used to be into this stuff a whole lot. And I just thought, hey, if I bought that, my kid might actually have some friggin' fun. And he doesn't have a computer screen. He's just enjoying himself. And he did it for like an hour or two while I'm sitting there. My back pops, it friggin' goes out. I just got a call from like my client. Shout out Patrick. He's still cool. But like he was like, hey man, we're gonna be done by the 10th. And I was like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't think we will. Right? I'm freaking out myself. Right? And then he stopped talking to me, right? So I straight up had a panic attack. Because I looked at the date, it said the 8th. And I was like, fuck! Right? And I literally start sweating bullets. My back pops. My son's looking at me. He's like, you okay, Dad? And I'm like, no. I need to go inside. Because I'm sweating. Really messed up. And then I hadn't drank much at all. So, and this is like the other reason why I would cut my friggin' foot on a live stream where all I do is like toss knives around. And like knife play stuff. And I wouldn't drop that in my foot or anything. I would step sideways on something I'm trying to put my foot on to keep the foot from swelling, because I've been stepping and stomping on it for like a whole month. Look, I'm not here to complain. I'm just saying, like, no one told you to live like this. No one told you that you had to do this stuff to make your money. Okay? Now, I make money about 10 billion different ways. I sell things, I keep things, I wait for them to depreciate, and then I sell them. Like video games, I've been selling video games. I have a bunch of those, like 2,000 of them. I remember I sold that PlayStation collection, not looking back. Dude, I got 2 PlayStation Classics. I'm going to have one modded, and I'm going to have all the games I want. And then I have a PS2 with my 2 favorite games on PS2. With it's like Time Crisis and Time Crisis 2. Any light gun games that I have on the Wii, I'm keeping 100%. Because I'm going to have a huge friggin' spot upstairs. Like a theater and like a shoot 'em up and all that cool stuff, man. Like an arcade, like from when I was a kid. But with, TVs and stuff. Because I got a billion dang TVs. People are like, hey, I'm getting rid of this TV. You want to take it? Sure. But no, Aaron's having this great time, and I'm freaking out. And I literally just stand up and I said, I gotta go inside, and I take like 3 steps, and I said, I gotta fall on my ass. and I fell on my ass. Even when I'm serious, I'm somehow being funny. That's all I'm saying. Like, I literally said to my son, I gotta fall on my ass. And then I, like, kind of, like, crisscross applesauce is what they call it now. But, you know, like, slide down, like, kind of Indian style, like, knowing that this was something that's happened to me before. Maybe you should just lean into the fact that you're having the panic attack. Fall on the ground, pass out for 10 seconds, and then when you wake up, make it as far as you can inside. So that's what I did. And then the worst part is my back was thrown out during all of it. So like it was an intense amount of pain, and then my legs went numb for a day and a half. So I'm telling you, like, no one told you to do this. I personally, the reason why I have a lot of these issues, because I had a car accident when I was 17. There's a lot of stuff in life that just throws curveballs at you. Sometimes you just got to learn to roll with punches. Sometimes maybe, you know, when the doctor says we might have to cut that off, go ahead and tell them, you know what? If I'm alive and I'm lost one leg, I'll do that. By the way, we're not there yet, okay? I'm just saying that if that was the next thing I heard from him, I wouldn't friggin' hesitate, okay? I would not think twice. To excise something from my life that has just caused me pain and destruction, the sciatica, everything, every single thing. Look, people, dude, I'm gonna go. I know that I'm leaving like on a hard note, but like the reality is like, my son only came to me because someone kicked my ex out, and then the guy was murdered. I'm telling you, nothing about life is predictable. Nothing about life is safe. So why are you doing safe shit when you could just be doing the things that make people friggin' famous, or make them friggin' fameless, or make them infamous? I hate to say it like that, but I'm pretty sure there's someone out there listening to me getting inspired to hold knives against people's throats. Don't do it, man. Just ask for help from someone. Look, this will go public at some point tonight, but I'm telling you, like, life's too short for you to worry about what other people are doing. 100%. Don't do what other people want you to do. If you allow the world to let it make itself of you do, okay, the world's what you make of it. If you let the world make of it make of you what it will, then you will never make the world what you will. Your world will never form. So stop doing other people's goals. Stop living other people's goals. Start your own goals. What would make your life better? If you were, I don't know, a CPA, or if you had like a medical equivalency or a nurse practitioner, I don't care what it is. Like, you're out there, you've been thinking about it for months, whatever it is, just try it or do it. You know, you're not going to friggin' lose if you don't do it, right? If you do it, you might lose. It's just a fact of life. I've been losing my entire life. I know now how not to do it. And I'll tell you exactly how you do it. You do what you want. Because everyone else is doing it. No one told you to live this way. It's so stupid sometimes. Okay? I'm gonna go. Look, people, I believe in you. I believe in people. I believe that you can change whatever you want about yourself. All you have to do is say, I'm ready to do it. And you have to admit to yourself that it'd be better if you just did what you wanted for you, instead of doing what other people wanted for you, like, or for them, essentially. When you achieve other people's goals, you're not achieving your goals. You'll never achieve your goals if all you do is achieve someone else's goals. That said, buy a compound bow for $50. Have some fun in your life. Have fun. Do you remember when you had fun? Have some fun, maybe, people. Okay, I believe in you. Maybe subscribe and post what kind of fun you had. I don't care. Like, it's open to post on my channel. I'll catch everyone later. Peace, chicken grease, and all that good friggin' stuff, man. I really wish I could stay longer, but it's closing time, y'all. For real. Hey, no, I appreciate that, Mobile. Hey, I was a little worried when you show up, like, sometimes, but, like, dude, nah, you get it, dude. You're one of the guys who gets it. Cheers, dude. Cheers to you, right? Like, I'm gonna chug a big chunk of this beer. Hold on. That's right, I can drink a pint in 2 seconds. The thing that changed in my life is Pops retired. And Pops was a lot more important to me than anyone else in the world, so I decided to support him and talk with him. And that's how the business started. Am I still reeling from that? Yes. Am I still having issues with Pops? Yes. Are we best friends? Yeah. Do we yell at each other sometimes? We always end up laughing. Take from that what you will, and remember, live your life. Stop living other people's lives for them. Stop achieving things for other people. Stop being less than you should be. If you're in any way worried or wondering about religion, you'll figure it out when you go. But I'm telling you right now, if you're here for a reason and you're not fulfilling that reason and you can feel it, then stop. Stop it. All right, I'm out. Subscribe to the channel because more stuff to come. I just need a week off. And I'm going to put out 2 or 3 videos a day for a while. So, but when I get back on my schedule, y'all going to see exactly what the hell is up. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out. I got to go. I got to sleep. And I'm going to sleep all day tomorrow. I hate to say that, but it's true. Hey, 7 and 7, leaving on a friggin' high note. Love y'all.